Because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black business. I am Black business.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children, with caring mentors and hands-on activities, with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle, with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being, with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
Are you a forward-thinking entrepreneur or business owner? The world is changing faster than ever, and it's time to pivot and adapt to the future. Hello LLC is here to help you do just that. Hello stands for helping enterprises leverage leading-edge optimizations. Our innovative solutions can streamline operations, reduce overhead costs, and give you a competitive edge in a market projected to reach $5 trillion by 2030. By pivoting to the metaverse, businesses can tap into a rapidly growing market that is projected to be a significant part of daily life for 25% of Americans by 2026. As a full digital metaverse agency, the Hello LLC can help you create custom solutions to streamline operations, increase productivity, reduce costs, and drive brand recognition. Why should you pivot to the metaverse with the Hello LLC? By leveraging cutting-edge technology, you can provide immersive experiences for your customers, expand your global reach, and unlock new revenue streams. Contact us today to make the pivot.
I'm Ramon Ray, founder of Smart Hustle Magazine and smallbiztechnology.com.
To celebrate small business success, stand up on your feet. You rocked the house. Hey, thank you. It was amazing. Didn't we learn? For me, success comes from failure. One thing not to do is shake somebody's hand like this.
Attention all entrepreneurs and companies. Are you looking for reliable and efficient virtual assistants and back office support to help you manage your business tasks? Look no further than Superwoman Business Services. Our team of virtual assistants provides a full range of administrative support services, including operations management, social media marketing, and much more. We also offer website design services to help you create a professional online presence that reflects your unique brand. In addition to administrative support and website design, we offer business development and structuring services to help you grow your business and achieve your goals. We'll work closely with you to identify areas of improvement and develop a customized plan to help you reach your full potential. At Superwoman Business Services, we understand that running a business can be overwhelming and time-consuming. That's why we're here to help you fly high and achieve success. Our virtual assistants are highly skilled, experienced, and dedicated to providing you with the support you need to thrive. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights. Let us help you become the superhero entrepreneur you are meant to be. Contact Superwoman Business Services today to learn more about our back office support services. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak any English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you've come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professionals can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start boxing today.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo. One of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Good afternoon and welcome. This is business owners. Welcome, business owners and entrepreneurs and leaders and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Pamela Reeves, and I am the founder and CEO of Youth Advocates Online 247. At my company, I am a mental health clinician. I am your business moderator this afternoon on the Black Business Network, Black Literary Olympics, and the Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, to inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our speaker today is Denise Meredith. I present you Denise Meredith. Uh, According to her information, she is an outgoing business advisor who looks to help business owners reach their goals. She has managed people, large revenue projects at the tender age of 17. She is an entrepreneur's advocate for all things growth, branding, and simple solutions. I present to you Denise Meredith. Denise, are you there?
Yes, I am. Glad
Hi.
to be here. How are you?
How are you?
I'm
How's
fine.
everything? How's
So
it?
far, so good.
Good. Okay. So, what exactly is your? Are you selling books right now? What exactly are you doing?
I guess I'm doing so many different things. Yes, I have a book, Thoughts While Chillin' is no
Mm-hmm.
G on the end. Thoughts While Chillin' is it's a book about my life, actually, my career. How I started in as a poor girl in Brooklyn and wound up managing an agency with $1 billion budget. So
Wow.
people are inspired by that, but I want to really show people that anyone from anywhere can succeed. And then
Okay.
I also have a line of children's books because I think reading is so critical. And I have a nonprofit called Read to Kids US, in which we encourage parents and grandparents to read to their kids.
That's wonderful. Okay. So, how long have you been writing?
I've been writing since I was 10 years old. Believe it or not, I wrote and illustrated my first little book when I was 10 in the fourth grade.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned a lesson pretty early on about things in this world and in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
I've been pretty sheltered as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But the teacher started to talk to me about plagiarism. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I hadn't
You have
heard of that, didn't know anything about that, but she made an assumption,
right.
which, which unfortunately is, we're still facing those kinds of assumptions from people.
Yeah, it's important to, give credit to those who are due that credit and not plagiarize. It's not a good thing. So,
Yeah.
who were your literary inspirations? Excuse me.
Probably so many, but Maya Angelou would have to be at the top of my list.
Oh, yes.
I like poetry. It seems to be a dying art, but I think it's very important method of expression.
Absolutely.
During the Clinton administration, during the inauguration, it was pretty interesting. I was there and on TV, and during
Mhm.
her speech, they focused on me because I was one of the few Black people that
Yes.
was on the stage there. So I'll always
Hmm.
remember. I always remember that as so they had were focusing on my face while she was reading her
That's
poem. So
wow.
anyway, it's always been very special to me.
Absolutely. So, what is your vision and strategy for your company's success?
I think it's pretty simple. I have what I call PAST, all capital letters. So it's really a system, a way of looking at things. I think
Hmm.
people, attitude,
Hmm.
sharing, and time. You put
Hmm.
those all together in the right order, in the right fashion, and you can, yeah, really influence the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's so much needed. That's a positive way to look at it. Um, what advice would you give to up and coming writers?
To stick with it.
Okay.
I've been around for many, many decades. And
Mm-hmm.
when, as I said, I started writing, so one, people would accuse you of stealing somebody else's stuff, which is not true, because people
Hmm.
don't, at that time, didn't feel that Black people were literate and could actually write.
Right.
So it's a lot of
Hmm.
skepticism there. So you have to sort of just keep plowing ahead. But the persistence is really the key. And also, when I was young, growing up as a writer, women were not considered worthy. So we
Hmm.
were actually taught in college to change, to come up with a pseudonym. Did
Right.
not try to put your own name on a book. You had to pick a guy's name to publish your book.
Wow. So, like
So
a ghostwriter almost.
yes, so yeah, because you weren't, there was no way a woman, well, in particular a Black woman, is going to get her books published. So I tell people, yes, times have changed. Not all attitudes have changed, but times have changed. So I really encourage people to speak their own voice,
Mm-hmm.
use their own words,
Mm-hmm.
and be persistent about it, because there will be people trying to stop you. There'll be people ignoring you. There'll be people
Mm-hmm.
trying to get you down, but
Absolutely.
you just have to stick with
Great.
it.
Yeah. So let me ask you, what is the one thing that you would say about your writing? If you had something to say about it, what's the one thing that you want people to say about your writing?
I think the inspiration word comes to mind very
Mm-hmm.
often when people write to me about reading my book. But I, again, grew up in New York City, where you always hope you're going to be on Broadway. I hope I'm
Mm-hmm.
entertaining. I'm entertaining as well. Somebody recently told me that my superpower was humor, that I can
Okay.
get people to laugh. And so
Yeah.
what I do is try to get these important topics across to people, these important
Mm-hmm.
ideas in an entertaining fashion to catch their attention, keep their attention,
Mm-hmm.
and actually move them to action. So that combination, I hope, of inspiration and entertainment is pretty powerful.
Absolutely. So, which readers specifically would you most enjoy? Would you believe would most enjoy your work?
Which readers?
Mm-hmm.
I think, and I've told people, I've been surprised. Obviously, I'd hoped to reach Black women,
Mm-hmm.
African Americans in general.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also gotten a lot of attention from other people who feel isolated, who feel ignored, people with disabilities, LGBTQIA plus people really get a lot out of my work as well. So I'd say it's open to anybody who feels obstacles are in their way
Okay.
and need that little extra push to get up the hill.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I know we spoke earlier, but could you tell our viewers where you are located? And if you could provide us a address where we can reach you, an email address, or
Yeah,
mhm.
definitely. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. Thank goodness. No, no, I love New York City, where I grew up, but Phoenix is 75 degrees in wintertime and sunny. So I'm here in Phoenix. I encourage people to use my email, which hopefully
Mhm.
it's pretty simple, but it's Denise@DeniseMeredith.com. The key thing
Okay.
is to spell Meredith correctly, which Meredith is usually a first name for people, and it's Mere, but with mine, it's a last name, and it's
Mhm.
Meridith. So Denise@DeniseMeredith.com is the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Thank you so much. So let me ask you this: how do you see yourself, your writing evolving? Your writing, where do you see
I
it going?
Yeah, I think it's when you're young, and I've mentioned this before to
Mhm.
people, you think you're not going to live past 30, right? So
Right.
I wrote this book, this autobiography, and then wow, I'm still here many years later.
Yeah.
So sequels, I guess, are in my mind, because you keep learning. You keep learning those lessons you learned
Absolutely.
in your youth become important, but you learn more as you go along. So that's what I
Absolutely.
hope. In fact, my
Mhm.
idea for my next book is called "I'm on Mute," and,
I
and
know about that.
so I'm going to use that because it's such a common phrase, and it
Yes.
really, I think, people are trying to put people on mute. I think people are
Yes.
trying to erase our history. So I really want to
Yes.
spend some time talking about that issue, um,
Absolutely. What a great idea.
about being muted and how to
Yes.
get over it. So that's my next book. It's going to be about that.
Okay. So I want to thank you, Denise, for giving us your time and enlightening us about your business. I thank you for your expertise, and we'll see you on the other side.
Okay, thanks so much for inviting me.
Okay. Take care
Best
now.
wishes and
Okay.
happy
Bye.
Black History Month.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye for
Bye bye.
now. Okay.
Artist to me is a creative expression of something from nothing. it explodes onto the canvas, or it explodes on in my work. One of the things that I try to do more than anything is I try to just give the lines and the movements and emotions and expressions into to what I do. Art really means to me a chance to express how I feel deep down inside. Most of my art begins as a thought that I might have, you know, whether it's sports, whether it's history, whether it's a woman or a man. It pretty much starts as an idea of thought before I get into the actual image of what I'm going to draw. I do a lot of historical pieces. I was a history minor in college, and I love to do history pieces. And a lot of times I'm thinking about history, and then I try to make that history impact you as you look at it. That's one of the reasons I do pictures so large. You know, people ask me, why do I do the pictures so big? And I tell them, I want the piece to impact them as they're looking at it, to kind of dominate them, dominate their space. And most of my pieces I try to do off page. I don't try to do anything that's going to be in those four corners or in a square. And I want your imagination to be a part of the piece that you're looking at.
Ignite your life and seize the new year by effectively planning it with your 2024 Ignite and Take Flight Planner. It's time to navigate your success with strategic project management. Win with inspiring quotes from inspirational people that will guide you to the success you deserve. And don't forget to track your dollars, habits, empowering notes, and connect with dynamic brands. It's never too late to start planning your success. Get your copy now.
This is Dr. Arnold T. Petsworth. He's the owner of Petsworth Vet World, a veterinary clinic in Hopton, Connecticut. His patients include dog, cat, frog, fish,
Goldie,
dog, and this alpaca. Due to doctor-patient confidentiality, we can't tell you their names. Business at Vet World was steady, and then quarantine hit. Neighbors brought new four-legged friends into their homes. Bunnies. Bunnies everywhere. Dr. Petsworth welcomed these new patients with open arms. The only problem? There were more appointments than he could manage. That's when Dr. Petsworth turned to his American Express business card, which offers spending potential that's built for his changing business needs. He decided to hire a new assistant, Julio, and with spending power built for business purchases, he used his card to furnish a new exam room. Together, Dr. Petsworth, Julio, and American Express Business made sure all the pets of Hopton got the love and care they deserve. And everyone was happy. Get the card built for business by American Express.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business.
So welcome back. Okay, so let's finish up. I want you to tell me more about your book. It sounded so interesting.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's about my life, actually. So how really starting with my childhood in Brooklyn, Queens. And so all the obstacles, as I mentioned, after that really started when I was 10. It's pretty sheltered until then. It's a very integrated neighborhood. Everybody got along, blah, blah, blah. And then you step outside into the real world, into the school. And that's when you get accused of plagiarism. That's when all the black kids are herded into class to improve their speech. That's when, you start to recognize the real world. So after that, it was just hurdle after hurdle. And I actually have a speech that I give pretty often, hurdles women must hurdle. And so it was just constantly, like I said, you sort of want to be on Broadway. I took dance lessons all my life. And then the Rockettes at that time literally said, we do not hire Black people. I'm old enough to remember the quote unquote good old days. So I talk a lot about that because people forget it or didn't know about it. And it's, reminiscent. There's some of it still here. So and I wanted to be a veterinarian, and I go to Cornell and they don't let women be vets. And so it was, pretty much obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. Timing is a lot of it, because like right now, all women are vets. Well, all vets are women, I should say. So it's really changed. So my book goes really through that, being the first woman in a federal agency, if you can imagine, how that operated, how it worked. But along that way, I have no regrets about anything that's happened to me, because you learn from that. And that's what I want people, especially Black History Month, I want people to not ignore the past. You can't change it. That's what it is. But you can learn from it, and you can change your future. So that's my message, usually during Black History Month.
Okay. And so you also do poetry, I understand.
I used to. It's sort of a dying art now, so I don't do it as much. But that was a lot of my first inspiration. And like I said, Maya Angelou was very important to me. I like it because I have a short attention span. So poetry is good. Even my books. You see my book here? This is like really small book, okay? I was a newspaper reporter, freelance for 20 years. Boom, 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 boom. I like to get the message out really quickly.
Wonderful.
And poetry is good at that. Plus, I think poetry, and I sort of miss it, it pushes people to action. Last poem I wrote, which was last year, I guess, was what do Black people want? Okay. And it goes through from the white perspective. We don't understand. We don't understand. Right. Well, I'm in a poem explain. I call it explain. I explained what Black people want. And, in just a short poem, you can get a lot of information. So that's what it is. But now I do mainly, nonfiction. I still write articles from time to time. I've published 1,000 articles in the past 25 years. Newspapers, magazines, exactly. So I'm not spent yet, but I'm getting pretty old to be doing that.
I understand that you went to Cornell University.
Yes.
And that's where you got your MPA.
No, I got the MPA from University of Southern California. But I got my BS from Cornell, Bachelor of Science from Cornell.
Oh, okay. So according to our records, you're an extraordinary business leader. And, we already know you're a great author. And your accomplishments, with government and academic nonprofits. Tell us about your experience working with nonprofits and for-profit sectors.
Yeah. After I retired very early, I was lucky enough to be able to retire very early from government. And I started, I'd always worked with nonprofits. We had something called the Leadership Consortium, in which we tried to help Black people develop into Black leaders here in Arizona, which is a great need for that here in Arizona. But I've had several nonprofits. Linking Sports and Communities is one in which I worked with student athletes, 12 to 18, get them to stay in school, lead healthy lifestyles, and financially responsible.
Wonderful.
And we have a new program now, which is called Project Nilo, in which we're going to be working with student athletes and their parents on business education, trying to get them up to speed on what they need to know.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. So that's so I've had a wide variety of both for-profit and nonprofit.
Right. I understand that you founded the Greater Phoenix Black Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, I did. Phoenix, I got to Phoenix 1995. It was a small town. It's now the fifth largest city, which that's how much has changed since then. But 5% African American population here. Okay. And you could I arrived here the first 2 weeks I was here, I didn't see any Black people. And I traveled around the whole state. So
how was that experience?
Sort of used to it, going to Cornell and the Bureau of Land Management. There weren't African Americans there either. So I pretty much understood how that worked. And actually it was good that I knew how that worked. So the mayor actually of Phoenix asked me if I would start a Black chamber, because he is very competitive, and he goes, well, every city has a Black chamber. Why don't we have a Black chamber, right?
Okay.
So I took a sabbatical from the federal government at that time to start Black Chamber of Commerce here in Arizona. And obviously the skepticism that you would have there, what do we need a Black chamber for? There's no Black people here. But they are here.
Yes,
they are here, and there are Black businesses, and I got it started for them. And I guess it's still around this many years. I started in 1998.
Oh, wonderful.
So I think
that's great. Okay, and you also were a journalist at the Phoenix Business Journal. How was that? How was that work out for you?
That was one of the high points of my literary career. For 10 years, I was a columnist for the Business Journal. So I focused on Black and women and small-owned businesses. Business Journal, in general, is about big corporations and those types of things, and businesses learning. And so I was pretty much a lone voice, probably almost nationwide, with the Business Journal as far as focusing on those three groups: small business, women, and people of color. So I had a monthly column on, and I'm a good news reporter. Some people would run away when I heard I was a reporter, but I like to focus on people who are doing the right thing and succeeding. Those are the lessons that I put out. So I was a good news reporter, and we really focused on a lot of giving visibility. Visibility is what's lacking with Black businesses. So I
was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak any English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
Cash flow 5, 10, 10, 75.
I use the cash flow app to keep track of my charities.
Cash flow 5, 10, 10, 75 helps you manage expenses, helps keep track of charitable giving, helps you save your money. Cash flow 5, 10, 10, 75. Download it today. Cashflow 5, 10, 10, 75 would like to wish the Cyber Bears good luck in this year's first robotics competition.
Hi, welcome back. Okay, so let me ask you. So I understand that you were focusing on a nonprofit organization providing online education to college athletes.
Hmm. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
What was that about?
it's called Project Nilo.
Oh,
When the NCAA changed the rules a couple of years ago and said that students can make money now, which they should have been all along, make money
yes.
and for what they do in college. But there
Mm-hmm.
were no regs or policies. They just threw it out there. And I
Mm-hmm.
was very concerned that young people were going to get taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
And so my group is called World's Best Connectors, and it's just a group of CEOs who get into good trouble together. So we
Mm-hmm.
developed it's going to be an online program. It's open to any student, any athlete, any sport, in any school. And it's just a series of classes to teach them how to brand themselves, how to set up an LLC or a foundation, who they need on their team, how to write a business plan, how to present a business plan. Just give them those basics. And at the end of
Mm-hmm.
our program, we're going to make sure that they have a business license in hand.
Okay, so how do they get in touch with Nilo?
Um, the easiest way is to write to me. So it's Denise at projectnilo, NILO.com. And go to the website. It's pretty easy. It's projectnilo,
Mm-hmm.
NILO.com. And
Mm-hmm.
you can read about the program there. But it's going to be starting up next month. So we're pretty excited about it.
So let me ask you, what is your vision in terms of when we talk about a new generation of business leaders who can run family businesses and employ people in their communities after they graduate? What is your vision?
Yeah, that's really my goal. My rest of my life pretty much devoted to that.
Mm-hmm.
We've wasted so much talent through the generations. Because athletes, you think about them, they're usually pretty charismatic. They have
Yeah.
discipline. They have to have it. They are leaders in a lot of cases. And if they can't run down the field anymore, we throw them away. So
Yeah.
why don't we capture that talent, nurture that talent, and right now, NCAA in sports, 450,000 students in those programs, only 2% are going to go pro.
Right.
That leaves 98% that need to have something else to do. And what I
Absolutely.
want to do is prepare them for that something else. It can be in sports. They can be a writer. They can be a broadcaster, or a lot of different
Mm-hmm.
things. Or they
Mm-hmm.
can not be in sports. If they want to
Mm-hmm.
start an art gallery, we'll help them start an art gallery, just so that when they graduate, they can go back to their community with something. Lots of
Right.
times, I feel I want to help students go back with something more than their picture in the yearbook. I want them to have something in hand that is going to help a lot of other people.
Absolutely. I think that's a great vision. I love your vision.
Thank you.
So, is there anything else you would like to add, share with us?
Yeah, I would just say to people, hang in there. It's Black History Month. One thing I discovered, I used to read about Black history and go to lectures, and now I am Black history. So what I say is, you're making history as we go along. So
Absolutely.
be sure you stay honest, stick to your values, be accountable, not blaming everybody else. Take accountability yourself. Hang in there. That's my biggest thing. It's hurdles, constantly hurdles. People hire me to give my speech, Hurdles Women Must Hurdle. I gave that
Mm-hmm.
speech first in 1985. It's the same speech today, unfortunately. So
So,
people
is there
can,
anything else you would like to share about your book? Anything?
yeah, Thoughts While Chilling. It's my autobiography. When you're young, you think you're not going to live that long. So I wrote my autobiography when I was 40 or something. And now I'm still here. But anyway, I encourage people to read that because it just gives little hints about how to overcome some of these blocks that were put in your way. I was
Mm-hmm.
told I couldn't be on Broadway because Rockettes don't hire Black people. I couldn't be a vet because women couldn't be vets. All
Mm-hmm.
along the way, I became the first woman that was hired by the Bureau of Land Management, a federal agency, which I was the first. I guess every woman before that had been told you're not going to be in this agency. I got rejections from Park Service, Fish and Wildlife Service, and a lot of agencies who at that time could say, we don't hire women. Those are the letters I got back at those days. We don't hire women. Bureau of Land Management took a chance on me, obviously, 29-year career, and I wound up being the top career employee in that agency in the Clinton administration. I had 10,000 employees, $1 billion budget, 200 offices. So it can be done. African Americans can do it. Women can do it. People with disabilities can do it. I just encourage people to hang in there. And,
so where can readers find this wonderful book? Because it sounds so great.
Thoughts While Chillin', and it's no G on the end. So it's on Amazon, readily available. It's entertaining. It's obviously a lot of serious thoughts involved, but you know, I people tell me my superpower is humor, but I can get across my stories in a very entertaining way. So it's a quick read. I call it my airplane book. You can read it in one round trip on an airplane. So Thoughts While Chillin', Amazon.com.
Okay. Is it also available on Kindle or any other type of way they can possibly get the book?
Yeah, on Amazon you can get it, on Kindle, in which now a lot of people don't know. I try to spread the word. It's not, you don't need a Kindle machine anymore. You can download it to your phone or your laptop or anything else. So yeah, Amazon.com, Thoughts While Chillin'. And I have my sequel book in there as well, The Year Roof Rat ate my dishwasher. Again, it sounds funny, but that's part of the hurdles.
It's not funny, but it sounds funny. Absolutely.
We're living in Arizona. We have very unusual problems here. Roof rats being one of them. So I use that metaphor to talk about what you have to overcome in business. Sometimes it's not what you think.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, these things happen. Anything else you want to share about your book or anything?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for listening. Get involved. Tell your story. That's why I'm very excited about what's going on this week with this program. The people think they can't write a book because Black people were not published. Women were not published. When I was growing up, they said you had to change your name to a man's name or else you weren't going to get your book published. Okay, it's a new world. Amazon and all these other systems that you can use to print and publish your own books, do it. There are people trying to erase our history. We need to keep making it.
And once again, how can readers connect with you? Once again, please tell us.
Okay, it's Denise, DENISE, at DeniseMeredith.com. So it's Meredith, you have to spell it right. I say people remember it's two I's. So it's MERIDITH. And that's also my website, DeniseMeredith.com. So look me up.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming today. I'm sure a lot of people, I want to buy your book. I'm definitely buying your book.
Thank you.
Okay, it sounds really interesting, and I can relate to so much based on what you gave us as far as the summary. And what about your social media? Where can we find you on your social media?
Social media, Facebook and LinkedIn are the best. As long as you spell my name right, you can get to both of those. I have many thousands of people on both of those systems. But that's the way I get my message out more now than writing books. I write articles, etc. I've written 1,000 articles for newspapers and magazines in the past 25 years. I'd like to keep doing that. So I'd like to keep doing that.
We're so lucky to have you. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for inviting me today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And, we'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, please do. Take care, everyone.
Okay. Bye. And thank you. That was a very nice interview with Denise Meredith. Okay, so the Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to find out more. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App, which is and Cash App, and that's on the screen below. And you would use the dollar sign BBXUSA. And let me say that our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register for this online opportunity at www.blackbusiness, all in caps, blackbusinessexpousa.com. And let me say that every dollar counts. So we want you to, and we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We have to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for February 2024. So we're going to thank NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Riche, Coaching and Training, California Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, STEP Management, BH5 and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, 5-Star Boom Media, Hello LLC, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Marlene Sherry Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Use Entertainment, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design. And so I want to thank you for coming today. I'll see you on the other side. Take care. Bye-bye, everyone. See and hear from you soon.
Hello, my name is Kiasi Helm and I'm 14 years old. I think my genius would probably have to be setting goals and achieving them. I say this because ever since I was young, I always wanted to be an author, and at age 11, I ended up achieving this. But not only did I end up becoming an author, I ended up becoming a public speaker, a publisher, a business owner, all these great things. The name of my business is Written by Kids Publishing Company. I decided to start this company because I thought it was important for me to help kids my age express themselves through literacy and just achieve their own goals. Because to me, achieving goals is the best thing in the world to feel. It's you just achieving things and aspirations that you set for yourself. And I know that everybody is capable of this, because even if you don't end up achieving the goal, you still tried your best, and that's the most important thing. And everybody is capable of this because genius is common. Thank you.
Cash flow, 5, 10, 10, 75.
I use the cash flow app to keep track of my charities.
Cash flow, 5, 10, 10, 75 helps you manage expenses, helps keep track of charitable giving, helps you save your money. Cash flow, 5, 10, 10, 75. Download it today. Cashflow 5101075 would like to wish the Cyber Bears good luck in this year's first robotics competition.
they building relationships to get you known, get you connected, and get paid.
Attention all entrepreneurs and companies. Are you looking for reliable and efficient virtual assistants and back office support to help you manage your business tasks? Look no further than Superwoman Business Services. Our team of virtual assistants provides a full range of administrative support services, including operations management, social media marketing, and much more. We also offer website design services to help you create a professional online presence that reflects your unique brand. In addition to administrative support and website design, we offer business development and structuring services to help you grow your business and achieve your goals. We'll work closely with you to identify areas of improvement and develop a customized plan to help you reach your full potential. At Superwoman Business Services, we understand that running a business can be overwhelming and time-consuming. That's why we're here to help you fly high and achieve success. Our virtual assistants are highly skilled, experienced, and dedicated to providing you with the support you need to thrive. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights. Let us help you become the superhero entrepreneur you are meant to be. Contact Superwoman Business Services today to learn more about our back office support services. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. Please, you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App at $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. Please donate to the Black Business Expo USA Scholarship Fund.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, and fellow professionals, please allow me to introduce myself. I am David Jones, the co-founder and CEO of the Hello LLC, where I am passionately dedicated to guiding individuals and businesses toward their own return on time investment. Time is my only competition. With over 20 years of experience as a corporate C-level executive, I bring a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the Hello LLC. My career journey has been marked by a relentless pursuit of excellence in marketing, strategy, and business management leadership. I have had the privilege of working with renowned Fortune 500 companies such as Xerox, American Airlines, Hilton, and Geico. However, what truly drives me is the transformational work we do at the Hello LLC. We are pioneering a new approach to business in the metaverse, where we empower businesses and individuals to build strong foundations, automate their processes and systems, while thriving in the ever-evolving digital landscape. More than just a 3D digital marketing agency, the Hello LLC is truly a community built on love, kindness, and integrity. We want more for you than from you. As I often say, collaboration is the new competition. In an era where time is the most precious commodity, I am here to guide you toward your own return on time investment, because if time was sold in stores, it would be sold out. With a deep commitment to excellence and a strong belief in the power of community, I don't just lead a company, I lead a movement into the future of business. Ladies and gentlemen, it is both an honor and a pleasure to be your guide on this remarkable journey. I am David Jones, and together, we will embrace a future marked by success, collaboration, and the transformative work we do at the Hello LLC. Hello stands for helping everyone live life optimally. So, let's make that pivot together and start living life optimally today.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo. One of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Hello, I want to introduce to you Dominique Damo Jones.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more, featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you. Prepare for what's coming and dominate in economic winter. Stand strong and thrive by showcasing your great products and services globally through the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics. The Black Business Network has showcased over 2,000 companies with over $7 billion in sales each year. Over 10 million attendees have viewed the rebroadcast each month. Through the Black Business Olympics, unique styles of business training and mentoring are turning students into business owners and entrepreneurial warriors who will dominate in any economy. Gain the ultimate advantage of the Black Business Olympics, 7 days of unbelievable topics and speakers speaking around the globe. Donate your time and experience to provide expertise and scholarships to students worldwide and change the world. Now, more than ever, new insights, tools, strategies, and capabilities are needed. This is your chance for a major presentation to the world. Fill out the form and join the more than 2,000 speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pod TV, IBM TV, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Sign up today. Spaces are limited, and we will see you there.
Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Pamela Reeves. I am the owner and CEO of Youth Advocates Online 24/7, where
Hello, I am Dr. Eric Kelly III, the visionary strategist and founder of the Black Business Olympics. I invite you to showcase your Black-owned businesses on the Black Business Network global stage. The Black Business Olympics is a global Black Business Network platform that propels Black-owned businesses into the international spotlight. By showcasing your business on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can reach a worldwide audience of potential customers, partners, and investors. You can also establish yourself as a thought leader, an expert in your field, attract lucrative partnerships, and more speaking engagements. In addition, the Black Business Olympics platform provides a valuable opportunity to connect and collaborate with like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals from around the world. This can lead to new business opportunities, ideas, and relationships. Finally, by sharing your story and expertise on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can inspire and empower others. This is a powerful way to make a positive impact on the world and leave a lasting legacy. If you are a Black-owned business owner, I encourage you to seize the opportunity to showcase your business on the Black Business Olympics platform. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make an indelible mark on the world. Be one of the 1,000 visionary entrepreneurs who are changing students' lives, shaping industries, and leaving an unforgettable legacy for their families. Unleash your voice on our global stage and watch your business thrive. Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Yes, the entire world. Just give me a call today at 919-308-9090.
Hi, welcome to the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network. Today, I will be welcoming a speaker. I want to introduce you to Dominique Jones. She is the author of Damaged But Not Dead and Multiple Business Owner. She owns Walking by Design and Salva, which is, well, she'll tell you more about it. She'll share with us. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for the opportunity. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good.
I want to know how you are.
Listen, I'm alive, so I'm grateful. Okay. I'm grateful.
Tell us about your book. And
yes, sure. So my first book that I've written was called Damaged But Not Dead. And that actually took me 8 years to write because I felt like I didn't have nothing to talk about. So after my grandfather passed, he kind of shared like, yo, you need to write your book. Like, you need to write your book about your story. You need to write your book about your life. So I did just that. And Damaged But Not Dead is basically a timeline story of my life, my journey. I've dealt with a lot of medical conditions, and that I wanted everyone to know my side of what it's like to deal with disability and medical conditions. People always, hear from my parents, but I gave my perspective of what it is. So yeah, it's not the typical read like, and yesterday and tomorrow. No, it's like, yo, look, so here's the thing. Let me just break it down to you one time for the one time. It's how I talk. So it's pretty relatable. Like I'm holding a conversation with the homie or my friend. Yeah. Talk about my next book. Which book? I mean, because I can keep going. Okay, we're going to talk about my next book. So my next book is called Self-Talk, But You Can Eavesdrop Too. And that is a compilation of quotes, aspirations, and reminders of pretty much how to stay strong, how to realize that this is what you're going through is only for a season. It's not a lifetime. And I did that when I was going through my 6 years of chemo. It's not easy going through chemo for a few sessions. So imagine going through it for 6 years, 187 chemo treatments. So those were things that I kind of came up with as reminders, as affirmations. Also, this book is not, although I deal with medical conditions, the book is not about people that deal with medical conditions solely. It's about people that's dealing with things. So it's just a reminder, like, yo, you got this. Like, you strong. My next book is called Self-Talk. No, my next book is called, what's my next book called? My next book is called Early One Sunday Morning. And I wrote that because I am a pastor's kid. I'm a PK. But there's a twist though. I'm a PK times 2, meaning my biological father is a pastor and my stepfather is a pastor. But they're both pastors in 2 different denominations. So what does that look like for me as a child, as a pastor's kid, with a father in 1 denomination and a father in 2 denominations? What does that look like for me? It's a super fun experimental book because it gives you my perspective. It's not a tell-all. Let's put that out there right now. It is not a tell-all. I ain't telling nobody's business. I ain't telling the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm just telling you my perspective on what it's like being a pastor's kid with 2 fathers in 2 different denominations. That is literally the book. My next book is actually a coloring book. It's called Don't Let the Disability Fool You. And it is a coloring book for children and adults because I like to color. That's why I made it. It's a book of different pictures and different scenes and scenarios of people that have disabilities and or medical conditions living their best life. Activities. So it could be, example, one picture could be a person or a gentleman with a wheelchair, but they're playing basketball. It's stuff like that. Some person that has a prosthetic leg, but they're playing baseball or they're going to the movies. It's that. And the reason why I wrote that was because, or I created it, was because I want the kids to see that there's more to life than just what normal looks like. Like we here, and I'm speaking for someone that has a disability and medical condition. I don't want us to look like we're foreign, we're aliens. I want people that are children to grow up knowing that the world is very diverse and get comfortable saying different. That's it. Just get comfortable saying different. We're not strange. We're not none of that. Like, just get comfortable seeing a diverse crowd and understand that we are people just like you. Point blank in the period. My last book is it's an ebook, and I actually just created probably like a month ago. So it's most recent. That book is called You're an Author Too. And I created that because as y'all told, as you guys know, what? Don't we get it together? As you guys heard previously, I've written a lot of books, right? So I get a lot of people that ask me like, how in the world did you write this book? Like how do you write books in general? And personally, I self-published all my books for the experience. I wanted to know what it's like. So I went through every step. I went through the good, the bad, the ugly, like every single step of the process, I went through it. So being that I have a little bit of knowledge of what that looks like to become an author and to become a self-published author, I wanted to give you my spiel and my journey on what I did to create a book and to become an author. So my book, it's an ebook, not a long, it's real simple steps, but it's to let people and to show people and to give guidance on how to write and become an author, to be your best self, you know? I want you to be your best self. Yeah. You want me to keep talking? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna keep talking. All right. So let's just dive into how to become a nonfiction author. So the first thing is you got to know what you're writing about, right? The most important thing is to figure out, are you writing a book about your life in chronological order or in thematic order? Meaning, are you writing a book about your journey chronologically, like at age 8, at age 16, at age 13? Or are you writing it about based on themes? So this happened, this happened, this happened. That's very important because you don't want to start writing a book and not knowing what you're writing about. That can't do that. So that is the very first journey. That's the very first topic of starting to write a book. Also, learning your audience. Who are you writing for? Some people write for children, so you have to talk so children can understand. Some people write for youth, so they got their own lingo, right? They have their own conversation, so you have to write for them. There's also people that write for adults. There's also people that write for people that are in a literary field, people that write for seniors. So you have to figure out what avenue you're going to write to, so you'll know, okay, this is the conversation, this is the dialogue that I need to project. Also, you definitely need to know if you're going to write to a community of people or a specific people or a specific group of people. Meaning, are you going to write to whoever can grab onto this information, or are you going to write to what's called a niche, a specific group of people? Example, my book, let's say 2 of my books, Don't Let the Disability Fool You, and my coloring book, are specifically for people that have disabilities and or medical conditions, because the whole story, the whole line of my book is about my journey through a medical condition, right? So my next book, Self-Talk But You Could Eavesdrop Too, that book is for people that want to overcome, or people that are dealing with things, people that need strength or reminders or affirmations. So that's specifically for that group of people. My other book, my other book, You're an Author Too, is specifically for people that want to become authors, that are aspiring authors, people that want to self-publish a book. My last book is Early One Sunday Morning. That's specifically for people that are in the religious background, religious field, because they understand. They get it. They understand. They're like, okay, yeah, we can relate, right? So you definitely have to know who your audience is, because you don't want to write a book and you don't know who to target. that's the worst. It's almost like your labor is in vain, and you definitely don't want that. You want to make sure you know who your audience is, who you're targeting, so you can specifically go to them. You don't want to just be sporadic and just, okay, here we go. No, you want to make sure, because you want your book, you want your voice to be heard. That's the whole point of writing a book. You want your voice to be heard, right? The next thing, and the last thing I think that is most important, is being authentic. That is so important with writing a nonfiction book. People don't want to know what you're talking about. They want to know what you've been through, right? So if you can be as authentic as possible, that will grab the reader. You don't want to write a basic novel or a basic book, because you want to stand out, and you want to learn your own language. That's important. You want to learn your own language. And for me, example, I know the way I talk, and I know the way that I dialect my conversation. So I wanted my book to be formed into how I write. I didn't want to write like super analytical, super like precise. I didn't want to do that, because that's not a reflection of who I am. And people that see me know that I don't talk like that. I don't at all. So you got to be very authentic in how you want to write your book. And that also ties into who edits your book, because you want them to know how you are. You want them to vibe off you. You want them to bounce off you. So if you have a certain criteria, if you have a certain, okay, I don't want to do that, I want to do that, they'll know just off top, because they understand you and they understand your language. Last thing, this is the most important. Do not, and I want to repeat this because I want everyone to understand and hear me very clearly. Do not try to think or try to feel like you can write this book in 2 months and be good. And I'm speaking from experience. I felt like I wrote my book and I sent it to my mom, and my mom was like, girl, you missed about 8 years of your life. And I thought that I was doing so good. After that 8 years of not doing it, and I took about 3 months and I wrote it, and I was like, Domo, you did this. I don't care what nobody say. You did that. No, you didn't. You didn't even scratch the surface at that point. Take the time to really study and to really delve into writing your book. There's no rush. There's no rush. Timing is everything. And you don't want to put out just anything, because whatever you put out in the world, it's going to stick. Like, it's forever. So you want to make sure when you put out something, you put out your best self. And your best self takes time. You know, it's a molding thing. You definitely, that's most important, because I do get a lot of people that come to me that feel like they've completed a book because they've written for 2 months, 3 months, and they think, okay, I'm ready to publish it. It don't work like that. It does not work like that. It is a lot of trial and error. And I'm telling you, I'm 5 books in, and I still have to process and have to keep on editing and edit for the 3rd time. And okay, yeah, that don't work. I have to keep on. And I've done this 5 times. So for anyone that's thinking about writing a book, that's thinking about specifically nonfiction, for anyone that's thinking about or wanting to know how you do it, do not rush it at all. Please, I beg of thee, please do not rush it. Also, so we're going to move into my businesses. And what I'm grateful for is there was a time living with a disability. Let's just start there. Living with a disability, it is not easy knowing where you fit in, because you're living in a world to where you're kind of like the sore thumb because you can't physically or mentally, depending on your disability or medical condition, you can't do and move and maneuver like the world does. Your life is literally considered an alternative state. You have to do everything alternatively. If it takes one step for them, it's going to take 3 steps for you, right? And that's how you have to live your life, which is not a problem, but it's an adjustment. It's a mindset adjustment, right? So living with a disability, sometimes living in a world full of everyone just being able to move and go and do, you kind of feel like, where do you fit in? Where like, okay, what's my part that I play? Because for me, example, I have a physical disability. And so the movement, the physical activity, the get up and go, I don't have that luxury. I can't do that. I can't just go here and there, and I got to process about 8 steps that I have to do in order to do that, right? So with that being said, I was trying to figure out, okay, what, and I know the pandemic hurt a lot of people, but for people that deal with medical conditions and disabilities, welcome to our world. And I say that because we always have to be in the house or down or resting our body or just kind of like laying low. So you guys entered into our world of what that looks like, of not being able to go when you want to. You really did. So for me, I took that moment and ran with it, because I'm like, yo, we're on the same page now. We're all on the same page. Listen, it's all level playing field now. So I'm really about to like go in. And that was when I started everything. So for those that have disabilities and or medical conditions, just know this. Your time is coming, 1. And 2, think it not strange when you go through diverse temptations, because it's all for a purpose.
Yeah.
All of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you tell us a little more about your other book, Walking by Design?
That's actually my business.
Okay. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, ma'am. So Walking by Design is, I created Walking by Design because I use a walker. I've been using a walker since I was 28. Didn't like it. As you can tell, I'm kind of like vibrant and colorful and all that. And I felt like, you're 28 years old and you have to have this silver plain Jane walker. So what I did was I started decorating my walker. And from that, going to places, doctor's appointments, I kept getting stopped of my walker being noticed. So I created a business called Walking by Design, where I customize and create decorations and just customize walkers, medical accessories, anything of that sort. I make it pop.
Okay, nice. That's wonderful. That is really wonderful. And what about Salva? What is that about? Can you share more about that with us?
Yes, ma'am. It's called Salve, and it is it's an apparel line. And I created the slogan over the years, over time, called "Don't Let the Disability Fool You," and because that literally like it equals to my life, all the things I've been through and everything that I've accomplished while living with a disability. And I know I'm not the only one. So I created an apparel line called Salve, and Salve means it's an ointment for healing. And the line has everything on the apparel line has the phrase "Don't let the disability fool you" on everything, because we're not leaving nowhere. Like, we're here to stay. We're here to stay.
You're very creative.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little more about your book, Damaged But Not Dead? Can you tell me a little more about it?
Yes, ma'am. So I created that during the pandemic. I wrote it during the pandemic. And it's pretty much a storyline of my life. I've been dealing with medical conditions at a young age, actually since I was 2. I had a brain tumor at 9, and it left me deaf. I was deaf in my right ear for a little bit, and my right side was weak, had nerve damage and muscle weakness. So from that, it stemmed with, I had a lot of effects from the tumor that stemmed with a lot of other medical conditions. In addition to, I'm severely allergic to pretty much everything. So from that, it's just a storyline of me going through radiation at 16, me going through chemotherapy at 22, me getting shots in my foot. I mean, it's just a compilation of my life. But it's also not just like, it's not like a sad, mopey story. It's to tell you the journey of what I've been through, but also tell you that I'm still here. So ain't nothing gonna break me.
Okay. So, what audience are you looking to focus on? In terms of the book, what genre are you basically applying your book to? What's your specific audience?
So me, I stick to people that have disabilities and medical conditions. We're kind of the underdogs. We don't really get a lot of attention, I guess I would say, or a lot of acknowledgement. So I kind of want to change that, and I do that because I'm in it. So I understand firsthand what that life is like. I'm not an advocate. I'm not a political or anything. I'm just bringing awareness and light to my journey, and hopefully sharing to other people and reminding it, and even telling people that, yeah, I live with a disability, but I'm still here. Like, there's still life with a disability. So I focus on the disabled community and people that deal with people that are caregivers too, because they get unheard of. Really, they the superheroes.
Right. Wonderful. So where do you see yourself in 10 years in terms of as a writer? Where do you see yourself?
Okay, so I'm so glad you asked that, because this is such an exciting question. I want to be like on Oprah's favorite things, like Oprah's favorite books. I want to do that. I want to be that person, be that author that goes to different platforms and different events and sharing my journey, sharing my story, even like to hospitals, to national events. Like, I want to be that spokesperson for the disabled community with a business that is a Black woman. Come on, I'm passing it off.
Okay, good. I like that. And so, another thing you mentioned earlier when we were speaking, you mentioned that you have to edit a book a number of times. Could you explain to the audience why that is something that has to be done?
Because when you first start writing, you typically kind of like brainstorm. You're just writing whatever your thoughts are on paper, just trying to get something on paper. And if you're going from a chronological order, typically you have to edit some things out because a lot of things are not important. You don't want to keep talking about, yeah, I went outside and it was 8:00 in the morning, then I saw the grass. And we don't want to hear all that. Get to it. Get to it. So, yeah, and then also another set of eyes is also an edit too, because when you're writing and you just seeing the same thing, you kind of overlook things. So editing is like very important.
Absolutely. So, how do you start writing? How do you get the idea that motivates you to write about the type of your book? How did you get inspiration?
It stemmed literally from my grandfather before he passed. I felt like I didn't have anything to write about. I felt like my story wasn't really that long enough to write. And my grandfather, before he passed, he was like, no, girl, your story is basically a book. It's not just a book, it's like a movie, basically Lifetime. So he kind of put me in the mindset to just go for it. Because it was fear. I'm not even going front. Like, I was very fearful because I didn't know how people were going to take it from my view. They've heard story. They've heard, like little bits and pieces from my parents, but they never really heard the whole thing from beginning to present day at that time.
Right.
So yeah, it stemmed from my grandfather. He kind of nudged me in there.
Okay. So you have a book now. Are you considering making that book into a movie on Lifetime? You mentioned Lifetime.
Listen, don't throw me with a good time, Miss Pam. Don't throw me with a good time. That would be amazing. That would literally be amazing. And you know what? That's going to be something on my vision board that I want to accomplish. Thank you for that. Thank you for my motivation.
Wonderful.
Thank you for that motivation.
Listen, that's what I'm here for. So, if you had that opportunity, who would you have play your character?
Ooh, that's a good one. To be honest, I would have to do research on it because I don't want someone that is able-bodied. I love everyone, but I specifically want someone that's been through it. They don't necessarily have to go through the same journey as me, but they understand. So it's coming from a sincere and authentic place. So I would have to do research on someone that deals with medical conditions that is an actress that would play me, for sure.
Okay. So if we wanted to buy your book, how can we connect with you or locate your book? Could you provide some information on that?
Yes, ma'am. So I do have a website called thedomojones.com. That's where all my books are. Okay. And then also you can go on Amazon. I do have an author profile page where all my books are in one place. I don't like to have it all scattered. The easiest way is to go to my website, thedomojones.com. And that's where everything is in one section, one place.
I think that is excellent. Is there anything else you would like to say before we wrap up?
Yes, ma'am. I just want to say I appreciate the opportunity. Any opportunity I can share my story or just shed light on just about life in general, because life be lifing for real. And I just want to say I thank you, and I thank this network, and I thank the Black Business Olympics for giving me this opportunity. I don't take it lightly, and I'm forever grateful. Thank you again so much.
Oh, and you're so welcome. And how can we contact you in terms of your businesses? You got the walk-in design and you got Self. How can we find out more information about those businesses that you got? It's wonderful.
Yes, ma'am. So, thank you. I appreciate it. Everything is on my website, The Domo Jones. Like I said, I don't like everything to be scattered. So we're gonna keep it one source. TheDomoJones.com, where you can find everything I do, all in one portal. And again, I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much.
Do you have any motivating things that you would like to share for up and coming writers?
Yes.
Motivation? Okay.
Listen, you are right with me, Miss Pam. I like you.
Thank you so much.
I say this often, and I live by this. I say, confidence looks good on you. Get it in every color. And I say that because everyone's confidence looks different. But once you find yours, when I say go all out, go all out. Because can't nobody do you like you.
Okay.
Can't nobody do you like you. And I want to shout out my mom because she has given me, she has taught me what confidence looks like, especially someone living with a disability limitation. It's very different, right? So for me, I built that. Okay, nobody tell me nothing. I don't care what nobody say. And that's not just for people that live with a disability. That's for people in general. This world can be very harsh, and depression is real, and mental health is even more real. So I would say confidence looks good on you. Get it in every color. The way you are, the way God made you, rock that. Because he made you like that for a reason. I don't know if everyone know that. But he specifically designed you and created everything about you for a reason. And remind him why. Remind him why.
Okay. You have any other last words you would like to share? Especially about writing.
Yes. For the writing, again, like I said a little bit earlier, be authentic about writing, especially for people that want to write nonfiction books. It's not easy, sharing your story, but the more information, the better. Because you want to paint a picture. That's what writing is, painting a picture.
Absolutely.
So you got to be a little bit detailed. You got to kind of tell the story, but you don't want to tell the minute parts of the story. You want to get to the nitty gritty, but you want to tell the story. You want to show people and give them the feeling of it. Give them the emotion of what did you feel like during that moment? What was around you? What were you tapped out? What was it? Giving them the feeling. Yeah. And I think anyone that's going to write a nonfiction, I support you 100% because it's not easy talking about yourself.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much for coming, Dominique. We appreciate you. We want to say, I appreciate everything that you shared with us.
Thank you. I definitely appreciate it too.
Okay. So genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So this is the Black Business Expo. And we raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to give at www.blackbusinessexpo.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App that's on the screen below, which is the $BBX USA. And our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students, which can be registered on. You can register online at www.blackbusinessexpo.usa.com, and every dollar does count. Now, I just want to shout out some businesses, that is part of the Black Expo, that are our sponsors for February 2024, and that is NC 100, Monthly Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Riche, Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia, Minority Supplier, Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundations Incorporated, 5-Star, BDM Media, Hello LLC, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Marlene Shawnee Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and what's the last one? The last one is Walking walking designs. Okay, we want to thank you for coming out. And like I said, every dollar does count. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Artist to me is a creative expression of something from nothing. You know, it explodes onto the canvas, or it explodes on in my work. One of the things that I try to do more than anything is I try to just give the lines and the movements and emotions and expressions into what I do. Art really means to me a chance to express how I feel deep down inside. Most of my art begins as a thought that I might have, you know, whether it's sports, whether it's history, whether it's a woman or a man. It pretty much starts as an idea of thought before I get into the actual image of what I'm going to draw. I do a lot of historical pieces. I was a history minor in college, and I love to do history pieces. And a lot of times I'm thinking about history, and then I try to make that history impact you as you look at it. That's one of the reasons I do pictures so large. You know, people ask me, why do I do the pictures so big? And I tell them, I want the piece to impact them as they're looking at it, to kind of dominate them, dominate their space. And most of my pieces I try to do off page. I don't try to do anything that's going to be in those four corners or in a square. And I want your imagination to be a part of the piece that you're looking at.
The Black Business Expo is changing my life. This year, they are giving away laptops and even $5,000 in cash to students just like me. I'm Alexis, and I want to go to college to fulfill my dream of becoming an entrepreneur. Help the Black Business Expo going to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com and also becoming a vendor, a sponsor, or donating.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? Listen, I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am black business.
I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am black business. I am black business. Are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am black business. I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am black business. I am black business. Are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am black business. I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am black business. I am black business. Are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am black business. I am black business.
I am from Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Durham, North Carolina. I came to Durham when I was about 5 or 6, and then I traveled back and forth to D.C. because it's where my people are from. One of the unique things about my family is my mother, she's also an artist. She does quilting, and she does a lot of artistic things. And then my son, he draws with both hands, his right hand and his left hand like I do. So that's kind of a family trait. And then my other son, he's a videographer, and my daughter, she works, she's a regional vice president for Sunglasses. When you start out drawing and sketching, you want to continue to explore, you know, each avenue. I do pastels, I do pen and ink, I do painting, I do acrylics. I haven't done oils yet, but I try to do all facets of art. What I say to a lot of times to people is, you know, you can't put yourself in a box when you're an artist. You have to explore. And over the course of my life, I've tried to explore different mediums. I also do sculpture as well. I choose my subjects by the intensity that they have in their faces, or the intensity that somebody is moving, because I do more than portrait drawings. I also do I do abstract, and then I do figurative drawing also. Well, what happened in this particular show is that I started out trying to come up with something that would be a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. So I was working on a Barack Obama show, and they wanted me to do some paintings of Barack. And so what I did was, because of the deadlines, I kind of did it kind of fast. And then I realized when I was doing it fast, I enjoyed it. And so then I started doing other pieces the same way, and I started to enjoy those pieces also. And so I came up with this particular style. And it's a style of lines and colors. And what's interesting is that when I was in college, I did a show called Lines, Colors, and I talked about the boldness of the blacks, the hotness of the whites, and this is how this has come about, later on in my life. And the colors comes from a lot of the entertainers that I work with, where they wear different colors. They don't wear, your plain reds or your whites. They wear different colors, and so that's also another piece of what's giving me the colors. The subtitle of this show is Faces That Speak Life. That's real critical. Faces that speak life. Each one of these pieces is a life source and a life energy that's being put on display for people that are looking at them. I always say in terms of my art, it's not important that I draw them. It's important what you get out of what I draw. I don't try to just draw it because you like it. People wanted me to do prints. I didn't do prints. People asked me to do different people, but the people that I choose are people that make a difference in the lives of people in the world. So the human landscape idea was, again, as I say, the lines represent your emotions, it represents your ideas, and it represents your journey as a human being. And that's why you get the different pieces and the different looks. And as you notice, I try not to do one look that looks alike another look. And that's what's the most important part of this show.
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools. We help them implement, I love to leave the inherited lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hit my 6-figure income, and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car. Wow. I nearly lost it all when I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it. If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that? Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T. Rose.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak any English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Hey, good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Eartha Watts Hicks. I'm the CEO of Earthatone Books, Earthatone Enterprises, and I'm also a PR writer and affiliate of blackpr.com. And I am your business moderator for this session, which will be a conversation in and around banned books. Now, this is the Black Business Network, and the Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. Now, we have speakers coming from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. And this week, very specifically, we are here to educate about books, the book industry, Black books, Black book authors, Black writers, and how we feel about these book bans. Now, for this session where we're going to have this discussion on book bans, we have Denise Meredith, who is a Brooklyn native with a Bachelor's of Science from Cornell University and an MPA from the University of South Carolina. And she's an extraordinary business leader and the author of Thoughts While Chilling that I heard so much about. And I want to be reading her thoughts while I'm chilling. So I'm definitely going to grab a copy. And we also have Dominique Domo Jones, who is the author of Damaged But Not Dead, and that title is definitely giving me some vibes here, so I'm interested in her book as well. And Dominique is a multiple business owner, and she owns Walking by Design and Salve, which she will share more about. And please come join us now, Denise and Domo Jones, and please share a synopsis of your books. I want to hear this.
Okay. Oh, well, I'm really glad to be invited. I really appreciate it. Have
Thank
to make
you.
one correction, though. It's University of Southern California, the other USC.
Okay, I'll get it. I'll get it right next time, though.
That's all right, no problem. The other coast, but anyway. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. I'm really excited about what you're doing because this is one of my personal, I guess, gripes in life. I've been a writer since I'm about 10 years old. And I've always been very concerned that Black voices are not getting heard. Women's voices are not getting heard.
Right.
Gay voices are not getting heard. Anybody that wasn't white Anglo-Saxon male was not getting heard. So this is really important what you're doing this week. So I appreciate being invited.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I appreciate Dr. Kelly for organizing all of this and giving us as writers a space to have these conversations because number one, as Black women, we know whether or not the mainstream audience, whether or not the world hears us, whether or not mainstream America and society hears us or not, we're having these conversations. We're talking about the things that are wrong with society, wrong with how things are going, and definitely wrong with the educational systems. These are conversations that we are having all the time. And if we can open up that platform to give life and breath and wings to what we do with Black books and writing, hey, this is just a blessing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Domo, please tell us about your work, about this amazing book, Damaged But Not Dead. I am all for it. I want to hear what this book is about. I want to hear your synopsis and what inspired you.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I appreciate the opportunity as well. It's always a pleasure just sharing my journey. So I wrote Damaged But Not Dead during the pandemic, actually. So it is a story about my life. I have dealt with medical conditions since age 2. I had a brain tumor. I was deaf in my right ear for a little bit, went through 2 brain surgeries, did radiation at 16, did 6 years of chemotherapy. And the list goes on, right? So with that, I wrote Damaged But Not Dead, and it stemmed from my grandfather. He told me, he was like, yo, you need to write your book. And I said, about what? What am I writing a book about? I ain't got nothing to talk about. So he just kind of shared with me like, yo, you have a story to tell. And there are people that deal with medical conditions that feel like that's it. They don't have anything left. So I wrote the book as an encourager, and also a reminder that, yeah, although I do have a disability and someone else may have a disability, your life ain't over. This is the beginning.
Exactly. Now, I have one question. Which authors, Black authors, inspired you in your journey and gave you kind of an idea that you can do this?
Go ahead. Yes. Well, Maya Angelou, I guess, is the key person. She wrote in a lot of different media, poetry, long form books, and she just spoke to me. I tell the story about I worked with federal government, so I was at Clinton's first inauguration, and she was chosen as a poet, which was really unusual at that time to have a national poet. And she was reading her poem, but on television, they zoomed in on me because I guess I was the only Black person on stage. Anyway, they zoomed in on me. And so I'll just always remember that moment. So they had to, my face and her reading that poem has just always stuck with me. So she remains my, we lost a great person there, a great leader, but she's the one that inspired me most.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Denise. Domo, how about you? Which author inspired you?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't find one. That's why I became one. There's not a lot of people that have disabilities and medical conditions that are comfortable with sharing their story. You're putting yourself out there, like literally, you're just being vulnerable and hope someone accepts it, right? But with that light, you have to be confident. So I felt like I wanted to be that person. Yo, here I am. I like take it how you are, take it how I am, and accept me for me. It's gonna hit some people, and it's not. So I wanted to become that person because I didn't see anyone like me.
Okay, now let me share 2 things. Number one, Maya Angelou's book is banned. I know why The Cage Book Sings is on that banned book list. Maya Angelou also inspired me. So here are 2 Black women who've read Maya Angelou's book. One is an author publisher, and one has worked with the federal government. We were inspired by these books. So if the next generation of children don't have books that inspire them, what are they to look to or for? That's number one. Number 2, one thing about disability and abilities, period, and the word in term of disability is that no one really mentions who is dealing with what condition inside the author's bio. You know, I remember very distinctly Helen Keller's story, and that she was blind and deaf. So when I ran into my own little health challenges, I would think, well, Helen Keller did it. But if there wasn't an example of a Helen Keller that I knew about, maybe I would have given up. So the fact that you've decided to lend what you do into the text and the content that you put into your story, you're giving young people, old people, people of all ages who may encounter whatever, because life is unpredictable, you're giving them almost a guide or study to prove and to give them confirmation that they can do what they do.
Right.
So it's not over. I love your title. You know, damaged but not dead. And who's to say an injury or a health issue makes us damaged? It makes us different.
Come on.
So the fact that you are differently abled doesn't mean that you can't do what you want to do. So I'm extremely proud of what you did and the stand that you've taken in writing your book.
Thank you.
Do you know of any other titles that are on the banned book list? And if you know of the title, is there a reason why I'm going to say it this way because I can't think of a better word. Is there another reason or any reason why this particular title on the banned book list makes you itch? As in gets on your last nerve?
You want to go, Miss Denise?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's every book is on the banned book list. Every book written by an African American person right now is on the banned book list. People who have won prizes, literary prizes, Nobel prizes, etc., are on banned book lists. I'm really inspired by her story. Mine is a little different, but it's still overcoming hurdles. The problem or the issue is we all have hurdles to overcome. And I was born in Brooklyn, which is not a hurdle. That's a plus. I was born in Brooklyn. Sort of poor in Brooklyn, but we didn't know we were poor. That's what's so different now. We didn't have lifestyles of rich and famous on TV to tell us that was something else to do. I had parents that were doing different things. My dad was a Renaissance man. He played amateur tennis. He was a musician. He was a writer, things that Black men weren't supposed to be doing. My mother was a community organizer. So that type of background, it inspired me to keep going and keep writing. My dad wrote himself quite a bit. So my first book, quote unquote, that I wrote and illustrated myself when I was 10 years old, I was accused of plagiarism by the teacher. Where did you copy this from? Okay. And that's, my first lesson. And the reaction of anything that a Black person or a woman would produce. When I grew up in school, they told us to change your name. Don't try to publish anything, a woman's name. You need to use a guy's name. That's the kind of world we grew up in, the kind of challenges we faced. And so, of course, tried to read everything you could, The Invisible Man, any kind of Black literature that you could get. It's very scary now. We look at what happened in Germany with the book burnings. I don't think we're that far apart from that right now, which is very scary. My theme, as I give talks during Black History and Women's History Month. My theme this one is let's get back to the future. People may be old enough to remember that movie. He goes back in time. Michael Fox goes back in time to try to change things. You can't change history. That's what he learns. And you maybe don't want to change history, but you can learn from it. And that's what we need to be doing, learning from it and changing our future. And that's unfortunately not happening. Well, my book is mainly about the obstacles that I overcame, not having a disability, having a great background, having a lot of skills. It doesn't matter to certain parts of the world. All that matters is what color you are. And that's really sad. I'm disappointed now that I've been around. I'm over 70 years old. I've been around, and hasn't changed as much as I had wished and hoped. I told people I went to school during the revolution in the 60s, late in the 70s, right? And we had high hopes. But what I encourage people to do is like this young lady is doing, tell your story. Keep telling your story. Keep getting it out there. We have ability now with technology to bypass those publishers who aren't going to publish your book ever.
Exactly. Exactly.
You can do it now. So that's what I sort of recommend people to do that. Look, those lists, look at Amazon lists. You can Google your interests and find people writing those books. We need to just support them, buy the books, circulate their books. There's a great movie that I recommend out now called American Fiction. Every writer should watch that movie. It talks about all of this. It gives all sides of this issue, and how people are trying to it's destroying our culture in a way. How people look at our books and what books get bought, what books get published, what books get made into movies. But the only one's going to have to change it is us. So I recommend people hang in there, buy these books, support programs like you're doing, and keep hope alive.
I have two things to say. First, do you still have that book that you wrote at 10 years old?
No, I don't. I wish I did. It was about training dogs of all things. I'm a big animal lover. I went to Cornell wanting to be a veterinarian, and I got there and they said women can't be vets.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
So timing is everything, right? Now, does anybody know a male vet? I don't think there are any male vets around anymore. It's completely switched around, but it's just timing. So I became a wildlife biologist. I would tell people pivot. Pivoting is very good. Okay, you can't be a vet. What else is there? Wildlife biology. There weren't any women in that field either, but they didn't say they didn't want women.
Right, and the funny thing about books when I know I was coming up, which was the 70s and 80s, was that in a way the books were not banned because that's censorship and that's also against the Constitution. And I'm not sure which amendment it is. Freedom of speech, freedom of press, the whole bit, right? But they denied us access by not explaining to us which books were written by Black authors. Those reading lists were not in the reading lists that were being presented to students where Black schools where Black students were, highly populating this student body. So we didn't know Nikki Giovanni was a Black author. Maya Angelou was a Black author. Alice Walker. We didn't know about Alice Walker being a Black author until we saw The Color Purple. So if we didn't have access to the book before the movie, we knew she was Black after the movie. And that's how we found out about Alice Walker, who's also on the banned book list. So it's more of a matter of limiting the access to the content that we want. So my advice to all of us is if you find out a book by a Black book author is on the banned book list, buy 2 of them. Buy one for you and one for a friend so that you could talk about it. So they could put books on the banned book list as we want. That's going to be our required reading. That's what I say.
Right. And buy one just on GP. Buy one to keep on the bookshelf.
On GP, buy 2. Buy 3. On a book conversation on these banned books. Why are they banning it? I don't know. First they say we don't read. If you don't want us to read, no, you don't want us to know something, put something in a book. Now that we reading books, you want to ban books. So how about this? Create the banned book list. We buy 3 copies, one for me and one for each one of my best friends, and we're gonna all get a group of 3 and talk about this banned book.
It needs to be a badge. It needs to be a badge of courage.
There's one book right now that I'm loving called "Be a Revolution." And Be a Revolution is like, this is how you find out about all the revolutions that did work, because we're gonna tell you all the nuances.
Right.
I love this book. Right now, I'm buying a couple copies to give to friends. So I say, if it's on the banned book list, okay.
I'm getting it. I just want to piggyback on what you said, because I'm glad that we're in this space, because we're seeing 3 different generations, right? So how you were how ma'am Miss Denise, you were in the 60s and 70s, then 70s, 80s, 80s, 90s. So I'm like 90s, 2000s, right? So for us, we didn't really see, like, when you went to the library at schools and stuff, you didn't see too much of us, of our people. But when we had the BSU clubs and those clubs like that, then it was like, wait a minute, how come none of this information was open to everybody? Why is our section so small, so very limited? So I think and now with social media, there's been a lot of book clubs. I've seen a lot of book clubs starting, and it's specifically with the banned books. So I'm like, I'm in it. I don't even care. I don't care. I'm in it.
And then, you know, and part of it is what they're calling critical race theory, which really in reality is an inclusive, open curriculum, inclusive of different race and cultures. Proportionately, not disproportionately.
Right.
So rather than state, we're going to open the curriculum so that it embraces all of America. They say, oh, it's critical race theory because they don't, those that be, the powers that be, and I'm not even going to assign any one race or even assign a color to this, because not all people who are Caucasian agree with this nonsense.
Right.
You know, it's a certain exclusive group that wants to remain in power and wants to capitalize off of the ignorance. So what they're trying to do is limit the knowledge for those who are empowering themselves by learning what we need to know to activate our voice and activate our vote and galvanize and educate ourselves. So those institutions that have organizations that are empowering students of color to take an active role in their vote and in voter registration, all of these institutions are now in danger of losing funding. These organizations that are part of these institutions are being targeted. And then next comes the banned books, right? Next is the curriculum, and it's only in certain jurisdictions, because I'm noticing if in certain areas where the city is predominantly Black, or there's a Democratic government that, you know, is representing, you know, in those areas, they don't have a banned book issue.
Yeah.
You know, in Democratic states, there's no banned book issue. There's no issue with us reading I Know Why the Cage Book Sings, or The Color Purple, or To Kill a Mockingbird. There's no issue of these books being read in schools, or there's no issue of there being a Black history curriculum in these schools. It's only in these states where they don't want the Black vote to unite and vote.
To count.
To count. And these are the places where they're trying to suppress the vote. They're trying to make it harder for people to vote, or people in those Black communities to vote. They don't want the needle of control to shift. When really in America, if we're all Americans, we're all entitled to a vote as citizens. They shouldn't try to limit our access to information or what we do with that information. It's our right to know how to use our brains. And it's our right to use our power for the betterment of our people. And if not just us, laterally for our children.
Yeah, and our children's children. I think it's so unfortunate that they always target us. Like, why are we always the one on target? And I realize we are, because don't give us a little bit of information, because we're gonna take that and we're gonna create a whole new world. Like, we're gonna invent stuff. We gonna don't give us a little bit. Because we're going to take that, we're going to be creators, innovators, all that. But it's so unfortunate, because our community, the Black community, we're such a communal community, meaning we gonna include everybody.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
we don't care if you cool, like if you're on board with whatever our vision is, even if you don't understand, we're gonna help you out. We are one of the communities that don't mind your color. Like we don't care.
Exactly. You're right.
We don't care.
Yeah.
And it's
It's an
sad, like, dang, why y'all trying to limit us? We here for y'all.
Yeah, there's an incredible fear factor here. Really amazing. The group that has everything is the most fearful group. Not wanting to share. I talk about sharing. Sharing is that issue. I mean, things that threaten in sports, they're threatened in literature, they're threatened in music, they're threatened all over. And it's very, all this wanting to keep books out. They talk about embarrassing kids. That'll be embarrassing white kids. I don't think it's going to be embarrassing the kids at all. I don't think the kids are going to be embarrassed. The parents might be embarrassed when a kid comes home and says,
kids don't care.
What did you do? What were you doing?
In my observation, the kids coming in now are more concerned about integrity. They judge each other by integrity. They don't say, I don't like her because she's a different color. They say, I don't like her because she's selfish.
Yes, because she's
mean. And the kids nowadays are just beautiful individuals. So, what they're trying to do is hinder their ability to think for themselves, which is not fair.
Yes.
It's not fair at all.
Yeah.
Not
fair. And in addition to that, see their kind, see someone greater than them in the same complexion, in the same community as them, because that'll give us the mindset, even someone as a child. Let's just give the example of Oprah. Oprah, we all know what she does. If someone that is a child or someone that is aspiring to become that what she is, if they see that, they're like, oh yeah, we can do that too. But if you ban that, then we don't have any inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they try to limit.
Yeah. In fact, that a few years ago, he made the news, of course, not famous, but congressman got up and said that African Americans had made no contribution to the good of America. This is a congressman. Of course, he's out now. That didn't help his career anyway. But anyway, the fact that somebody in public could come up and say that, I'm thinking now, I do a lot of sports in my current job, public relations. And I remember on TV when the commentator would say, well, Black men aren't capable of being quarterbacks. It takes intelligence. It takes organizational ability. It takes leadership. Mahomes, anyone? Who did we see yesterday? Okay. But there's that fear of letting those people in, letting Black people in. At one time,
sorry. Go ahead, please. Yeah, please.
No, I was just saying one time I was, Black people are not on boards. And this is what I pushed the leadership end of it. They may let Black people be certain things, but not on the board, directors, not in the C-suite, not in the headroom. So as close as I ever came being on a paid board, a Hispanic person was on the board. So he recommended me. And later he said, oh, they didn't want you on the board because they thought you were more intelligent than their marketing director. And that could be an issue. And there's that unbelievably strange fear that holds everybody back. Just think this country, where it would have been if they allowed everybody to participate, everybody's brain power to get, where would we be today?
And before I forget this thought, I just want to add, it's really obvious that those who are trying to ban books and those who are putting these banned book lists together are not afraid of our ignorance, they're afraid of our intelligence. So that what you just said brought it home for me. Thank you, because that makes a whole lot of sense now.
A whole lot of sense. That's crazy.
Wow.
But it's the world we live in. But I tell people, and my book Thoughts While Chillin' talks about how I came from born in Brooklyn, fine, grew up in Queens, poor background, but happy childhood. But I became the first woman, okay, after the Cornell thing, I switched to wildlife biology, three women got degrees in wildlife biology, first three women there, and two of them were African-American women, which was pretty amazing. So I went on, actually got a job with the federal government 2 weeks out of Cornell as a wildlife biologist. But I was the first woman that agency had ever hired. That's a federal agency.
Wow.
The first professional woman that they had ever hired. Okay. The other letters that I got, and that was a Bureau of Land Management. The other letter, I got letters from Park Service. We don't hire women. This is the good old days when you could say that, right? You get the letter. Oh, we don't hire women. Fish and Wildlife Service. Oh, we don't hire women. Bureau, quote unquote, took a chance and hired me as the first woman. So I was the first everything after that. And it was, I used to call it 5,000 cowboys and me. So that's what most of my book is about, my career with 5,000 cowboys. And there are some bennies to that, right? And there are some challenges to that as well. But I wanted people to see that you can't judge things. You can't tell people what they can succeed at and not, and giving them an opportunity. I wound up being the top career person in that agency eventually. Okay. The top, number uno career person. And so I just want people to see I had $1 billion budget. Of course, it was interesting. I mean, so many stories been there, but here in Phoenix, I moved afterwards to Phoenix, and a guy's looking at my resume. He says, "Oh, there was a typo in your resume." And I'm thinking, "Oh, really?" Writers, we get very upset when people talk about us having typos in our work. Oh, really? What was that? He said, "Yeah, you have billion. Should have been million, shouldn't it?" I said, "No."
I said what I said.
That's
yes.
right.
And this is what it is. Judging them putting limits on what they feel you should be able to have accomplished. No, in fact, it was over $1 billion. It was 1.1 billion. And,
I have a question. Are these the experiences you're laying out in your memoir?
Yes. Yeah. A lot of stories.
That's interesting. That's an interesting read.
Yeah, it's really different stories. So that's why I want people to see different.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I brought the Black Rodeo to Phoenix, to Arizona. I try to do like different stuff that people will not really expect or know about. I started a Chamber of Commerce here, and when people tell me there aren't any Black people in Arizona, why have you started? Much less Black businesses. Yes, they're here, and yes, we started a chamber. So I just encourage everybody, keep going, keep trying. You'll get a lot of no's and doors slammed in your face, but keep at it, and eventually, we'll get there.
Well, I have a question for you. What made you stick with your yes, like until you got it? What made you stick with it?
I think mentorship is really important, and your first mentors are your parents. It's very lucky to have parents that were breaking all the rules themselves. And they said there was nothing you can't do. And that's good or bad, because there are some things that you can't do. But so having that background really gave me the foundation. But along the way, I tell people, and don't judge ahead of time who's going to be your mentor. You never know who's going to be your mentor.
That's good.
So I get to the Bureau of Land Management, first woman. I was the second African-American. They had one Black person in the agency. Wow. And I was put in a room. Roommate was this, and I'm like 20 at that time, 21. And roommate, his old guy, he was like 55. 55, conservative, Republican, expert in sagebrush. There was nothing that we had in common. Okay?
Right.
But he became a super mentor. He showed me how to drive a 4-wheel drive truck, how to cool off my Coke in the stream, and all of these things to survival, to living in the wild, living outside, in natural resources. And, I would not have survived that, even making it that far without him giving me the hints. So most of my mentors have been white males because
Yeah.
there were no females. There were no
there were no other options.
Yeah, so that's what I've, that's what I.
Now,
So
isn't it?
finding
Oh,
mentors. Go ahead.
isn't it ironic that the first cowboys were black?
Yeah. Mhm. Yep. Yeah. People right here in Arizona, Buffalo Soldiers.
Yeah.
Give us our credit. Give us our credit.
Yeah, and that's like part of the history that's being stripped from the curriculum. You know, it's like a lot of us feel we come in on the tail end trying to make a space for ourselves when meanwhile this was something that we created out of necessity, that was born in slavery. And in that capacity, we were denied, number one, recognition. We were denied credit. The credit was assigned to whoever the slave owner was. Fast forward down through history, we're stripped entirely from it. And now that we come, full circle to tell the truth about it, they want to ban the books.
Right.
Yeah, they want people to know about it. Yeah.
Right.
And that was what's fun about something like the Black Rodeo. But I did that for kids. I mean, adults enjoy it too, but for kids to see women, cowgirls, Black cowboys, Black rodeo clowns, all of this stuff, it has to change their mindset about what the limitations are in life. That's what we're trying to do.
Right.
That's what we're trying to do.
Because it seems so foreign, but it's not. It's literally what our origin is. We started that. So give us our credit.
Bill Pickett rodeos. Bill Pickett was like the original, right?
So when we try to do it, it shouldn't look abnormal or like okay, you're doing something we're actually not doing anything way different. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You're just not finding that out.
Yeah. And then historically we had to master everything because it was a matter of life or death. You know, with the slavery experience, if a Black person didn't master what was put in front of them, it was literally a life or death situation. It could have meant the loss of their child or the loss of their loved one. So we were defending even the work that we hated, but meanwhile it's we've evolved to where we have these skills that we've passed on generation to generation, and we have these gifts and these geniuses based off of the slavery experience, and then we're denied access to good jobs, we're denied access to better jobs, we're being accused of cheating, we're being accused of not creating the content, and now they want to erase the history. They want to ban the books that keep us inspired, when meanwhile it's a miracle that we're still here.
Right. The little ounce, the little inspiration that we have left, they trying to ban that.
Yeah.
We got like a little corner. You got the whole cake. We can't have this little corner.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm saying. Domo, and you being differently able but powerful enough to say that won't stop me, right? Where did you get that courage, that bold spirit, that I will not be denied no matter what my body's telling me spirit? Where did you get that, and how did you harness that to put those thoughts into words?
Yes, ma'am. So my mom, I always give credit to my mom because I grew up the only child. So I am like 3 children in one, right? So she literally, and there was a period of time where it was just me and her. So she had to teach me, like, Domo, I'm not going to be here all the time. So you're going to have to learn, first of all, you're going to have to learn your body. You're going to have to learn your limitations and what you can and can't do, and be okay about that. You can't do what everybody can do. You can't skate, and that's okay. But what you can do is I'm going to teach you how to drive. You can drive. You can't skate, but it's okay. So she taught me the confidence of what I can do and magnified that. So the little stuff that I can't do, it don't bother me, because I'm so focused on everything that I can. And then I also try things that I've never tried before, under my limitations, of course, under what I can do. But I try things and I'm like, yo, You actually can do that pretty well. And it doesn't have to be physical. See, for me growing up, physically always thought I addressed physical and accomplishments in the same boat. If you wasn't moving, if you wasn't doing something, if you wasn't here and there, then that means that you was lazy, or you wasn't doing nothing. Your life was not together. Figure it out. But in my world, that's not equivalent. So I had to find, and with my mom's helping, she had to teach me your alternative life is not physical. Use that brain. Use that mindset. Your mindset, if your physical down, your mindset got to be strong. You got to choose a struggle. So you're already struggling with the physical, and that's okay. You're limited, but your mindset better be so sharp and so keen and so like faith based. Then, and also my relationship with Jesus Christ. Like I can't go too far without acknowledging him, because literally there's not a person that I know of that can physically and humanly go through 187 chemo treatments and still have all their hair and still be here. That's impossible, you know? So with the help of my mother and with leaning on God's strength, I'm like, I'm about to be Superwoman. What else can I do? I don't know, but we're about to just try it. That's literally where I came from. That's why I feel like I want to be that person to show people, not just tell people, but show people that there is a world of life and of love with a disability. It's not over. Your life is not over just because you're limited.
Wow. That's absolutely powerful.
Thank
you. It's so powerful. And Denise, you know, you were always that only Black woman in the room, and I'm wondering how you managed in that space by yourself. And I know me, when I do something, I need a mentor. You know, I need somebody that I could ask, that I could reach out to. I need a mentor. I need a peer. I need a sister friend. Mm-hmm. So being in those spaces, trying to navigate, always being the first Black woman, what kept you going, and what did you do when the road got tough?
Okay. Oh, that's a good question. My parents, always there to support. You're doing the right thing. Keep going. My mentors, like I said, most of them were white males, which in a way was good because they know what's going on and they know how to play the game. So they taught me very well how to play the game. I really had a lot of alone time, to tell you the truth. And it started because, again, I went to school during the revolution, but before that, I integrated schools in New York City. People don't know that. There are segregated schools in New York City. And so the junior high school I went to was all white. The high school I went to was all white. And so I learned pretty on to keep my own counsel, so to speak, and lean on people outside. Like you said, community, and God tells me what to do anyway. So he tells me what to do and I do it. And it seems to work out pretty well. So I've always kept that spirituality going, which is really critical, because there are times when you don't. It's not always uphill. You don't want to give up. When I went to Cornell, you thought things were going to be different. Okay. There was a lot of anger there at that time. There were 75 African-American kids up there in that class of 3,000. Okay. And you thought you had made it. You played by the rules. You did all the things. You got great grades. You're going to Ivy League school, and you were encountering the same old stuff, the same doubt, the same, you can't do this. It came discrimination. And this is the Eastern, Northeastern liberal, quote unquote, organization. So there were times when you thought, oh, okay, this is it. I give up. Made it this far, battled this long, and it's still not happening. But again, spirituality and faith is keep going. You're going to be the one. You're going to be the one to break it. Somebody has to break it, and you're going to be alone a lot of times. You're going to be ridiculed or annoyed. The pictures you see of kids being yelled at in the South going into school was not any different from my experience. Okay. And so you just have to be, I was blessed to be strong, given that strength by my parents, fueled by spirit and spirituality, just sort of came in. But there were times that don't even, not even pretending that I was near, suicide was pretty prevalent at Cornell when I was there, because all these kids got there and they were so excited to get there, and then they found out the world hasn't changed. Asian kids, okay, Latin American kids, Black kids. The reason they have these big nets up there at Cornell now, because there used to be so many kids gorging out, is what it was called, jumping off and killing themselves. So, I mean, I was sort of in that mode for like 2 seconds, but a little bit. Elton John helped. I listen to Elton John records, believe it or not. And it's really strange that they have the song, Someone Saved My Life Tonight. Well, Elton John saved my life for a lot of those moments. His music spoke to me because he talked about being on the outside and being put upon. So that's it. So it's a rough road, but I have no regrets, which is pretty amazing. Everybody has. I don't. There were plenty of bad times, but the bad times made me stronger. I wouldn't have survived at Cornell if I hadn't gone through junior high school, being the outcast. I wouldn't have survived in the Bureau of Land Management if I hadn't gone through the revolution at Cornell. Wow. Okay, so it all comes together. I just want at this point in life, and I'm on the end. I'm not looking for. I've been to the mountaintop as far as career, things like that. I'm looking to write. I'm looking to speak. I'm looking to talk to people, younger people like Domo. I'm really thrilled to see and meet her because we need them to keep it going. And it's going to change. Yeah. It's going to change. It's changing already. Younger people, most of them have a different idea. What is it, 20% mixed race in the United States? And those people who admitted that they were mixed race. So it's hard to be against when you're all together. So I think we're headed for better things. It won't be in my lifetime, that's fine. But I hope I did my part. And Thoughts While Chilling, books like that, Thoughts While Chilling. My sequel was The Year a Roof Rat Ate My Dishwasher, which was
I love that title.
Which is also about hardships in business.
Wow.
For real.
And you know what? We're on the hour and we have another speaker coming, but I would love if we could come back for a conversation, even if it's like maybe 4:00 or when the next session is available. If you guys are free, I'll speak to Dr. Kelly and see when we can come back and continue this conversation, because this is why we're all here, to talk about the banned books and what we can do about it. What we can do to show we disapprove. Whatever it is that we can do with our voices, I think needs to be done. And I know Domo has some questions for Denise, because you're a wealth of information, and this is just wonderful. So can you please remind us, Domo, how to connect with you on social media and where to get your book and your website if you have one?
Yes, ma'am. So I'm on all the social media platforms, TikTok, IG, Facebook, all that jazz. Domo Jones, really simple. And then my website where you can find all my books and everything I do is thedomojones.com. Boom.
Thank you. And Denise Meredith, please remind us again where we can connect with you.
Again, pretty simple, DeniseMeredith.com. Just have to spell Meredith right, MERIDITH. And you can contact me anytime at Denise@DeniseMeredith.com. I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm old school. So LinkedIn and Facebook are my media. I do use the others, but I say I'm very Googleable. If you Google me, take you to one of these sites and you can get in touch with me. So thanks, everyone.
That sounds wonderful. And I'm Eartha Watson Hicks. You can find me across social media at Eartha Tone, or I'm Googleable as well. I'm Eartha Watts Hicks by name, or Eartha Tone Books. Just look it up on Google because we're all Googleable. And, you know, I'm going to Google all of you, and I'm going to connect with all of you, and I'm going to hope that we can come back for another conversation, because this was wonderful. Thank you so much, ladies. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay.
I am a child of the Most High God. He has gifted me in ways that I could not even imagine and didn't know.
There was a time when I didn't know who I was. I listened to other people tell me who I should be, what I should do. I listened to people telling me that I should be a boutique owner, that I should be a construction manager, that I should be a laborer. Have you ever felt like you should do something else, be something else, go somewhere else, be wherever you wanted to be, and you felt like you were in a box? Anybody in the room? And you couldn't get out? Anybody in the room? And you kept trying to go and go and you couldn't get out? Anybody in the room? But let me tell you, you need to rock the box. Rock the box.
I am engaging, inspiring, and empowering. I would give you everything I know. Just by touching you, if I could, by osmosis, give you every single thing I've learned, I've gone through, I know I would. We know that's not possible, but as it is possible, I love to share information with people.
Some of you out there, people have told you that you can't be, you can't have, you can't do. But I will tell you, like Kinston said, you can, you must, and you will. If it's to be, it's going to be me. You got to say it. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be.
Barbara is because she believed what her mama said about her and not what other people told her.
Every day you wake up, when you're in a situation, it's your choice whether it's an advantage or the disadvantage.
She gained her confidence and her life, and now she is a testimony.
If I can help you elevate yourself, then I feel like I'm elevating my own self as well. What you know and I know together can change the world.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America. And my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million plus women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
Hi, I'm Barbara Smith. Genius is common. My genius is executive coaching and professional corporate training. As the master executive coach and corporate training ambassador for the Genius is Common movement, I help business owners Craft their stories in such a way that you know exactly what they do, what they have, and what they bring to the table. Many times as business owners, we are asked, so what do you do for a living? And we could be crushing in our businesses, but we're not quite sure exactly what to say in a short amount of time. Well, I help you take those stories that are the reason why you're in business and why you're so passionate about your business and craft them in such a way that people are drawn to you as opposed to being repelled by you. Because every conversation, every time you talk to someone about your business, you are excited about it. But are you really conveying what you do, what you have, and what you bring to the table? And do really people understand why you care so much and why they should care that you have the solution to their problem? Well, I'm here to help you with that. As a master storyteller, I can help you with your stories and spin them in such a way that they are intriguing and fascinating. People want to listen to you talk about your business. That's why at the Genius is Common Movement, I am the master executive coach and professional training ambassador. That's my genius. And genius? Oh yeah, it's common.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Over the past few years, we've seen the growth of existing and new initiatives focused on financial inclusion, building global networks, and reducing the wealth gap in response to the idea there's not enough seats at the table. Whether their outcomes are to increase the representation of Black executives on corporate boards, ensure an inclusive global economy, or to create new U.S. African commercial pathways, the strategies are often carried out by separate programs. The question is, should they be? With the continent of Africa being home to more than half of the world's fastest growing economies, the youngest workforce, over 400 companies generating more than $1 billion annually, 700 generating more than $500 million annually that are poised for growth, and being the destination of nearly $5 billion in venture capital in 2021. Diversifying U.S. and Africa commercial engagement by building bridges between African businesses and their U.S. diaspora should begin being seen as mutually beneficial. From helping to reduce Africa's enormous capital gap to catalyzing two-way trade opportunities, the COVID-19 global pandemic hopefully has taught us that global challenges and opportunities are more interconnected than we thought. During the pandemic, African companies like Unicorn Flutterwave, insurance provider Reliance Health, ride-hailing app Yasir, and 54Gene, the continent's first bank of DNA on people of African descent, proved that when African companies have access to networks, capital, and information, they grow big, grow fast, and create solutions that are valuable to the world. This is why BDirect was created. We are the first U.S.-based but African-centric board preparedness and board search company designed to connect U.S. Black talent and corporations to African businesses. Unique and fundamental to BDirect's success is our process of helping board candidates adapt their experience and networks to an African context before they're connected to high-growth companies that are looking to locally and globally scale. From our focus groups with African business execs and government leaders, we don't ignore the sentiment that business is easy, but people are hard. Having a pool of board candidates with hard-to-access networks and extensive experience across the business lifecycle, including successfully raising capital, is table stakes for an initiative like this. So yes, we have that. But corporate or entrepreneurial success in the U.S. does not guarantee success in Africa. Developed alongside industry partners on the continent, our training program, BDirect Prep, is designed to transpose their experience to create cultural comfort, understanding, and a commitment to helping businesses in Africa scale. Our board governance sessions are African, continental, and country-specific, integrated with cultural awareness and dexterity training, masterclasses led by African industry execs, and mentoring and coaching from African continental-based facilitators. But even more unique to BDirect Prep, We cap off our training program with an immersion trip to help candidates that have not been to Africa before see and feel Africa's complexity and opportunity from African soil. We all know traditional network-based board placement has historically left a lot of us out of ever really being in the paid board pipeline. Our strategy supports the work of many great organizations that are successfully filling seats at U.S. board tables by creating more tables for those that are still left on the sideline. It's time to start seeing the role and value of U.S. Black talent and businesses on the continent of Africa differently. Old perceptions and habits limit economic inclusion. Let's transition Black talent and the African businesses they will support from the periphery of the global economy to its core. Living in a global lockdown, we all know now how fast local and global economies can change and see the value of having businesses that hire, strengthen local value chains, and even grow globally. Status quo in any form holds back progress. We must democratize U.S.-Africa commercial engagement by socially and economically connecting cultures that have long been disconnected. It's time for Africa's U.S. diaspora to redefine their global value by helping African businesses scale continentally and globally. Over the past few years, we've seen the growth of existing and new initiatives focused on financial inclusion, building global networks, and reducing the wealth gap in response to the idea there's not enough seats at the table. Whether their outcomes are to increase the representation of Black executives on corporate boards, ensure an inclusive global economy, or to create new U.S. African commercial pathways, the strategies are often carried out by separate programs. The question is, should they be? With the continent of Africa being home to more than half of the world's fastest growing economies, the youngest workforce, over 400 companies generating more than $1 billion annually, 700 generating more than $500 million annually that are poised for growth, and being the destination of nearly $5 billion in venture capital in 2021. Diversifying U.S. and Africa commercial engagement by building bridges between African businesses and their U.S. diaspora should begin being seen as mutually beneficial. From helping to reduce Africa's enormous capital gap to catalyzing two-way trade opportunities, the COVID-19 global pandemic hopefully has taught us that global challenges and opportunities are more interconnected than we thought. During the pandemic, African companies like Unicorn Flutterwave, insurance provider Reliance Health, ride-hailing app Yasir, and 54 Gene, the continent's first bank of DNA on people of African descent, prove that when African companies have access to networks, capital, and information,
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders, as well as corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Pamela Reeves. I am speaking to you today, this afternoon, and this is about the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black business owners, and entrepreneurs and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower and to help and educate businesses throughout the world. This week, we are hosting the literary edition of the Black Business Olympics, showcasing writers, authors, speakers, and publishers, agents, and literary enthusiasts. Today, I am speaking to you about my business. I have a business called Youth Advocate Online. I am the owner and CEO of this business. I am also the clinician. I deal with health, mental health, and so I am the mental health clinician. My business is basically, especially the crisis network, is 24 hours. We deal with at-risk youth as well as juveniles. We try to help them through their problems. At this point, we're trying to get software to help them along to make decisions, the best decisions for themselves. We're non-judgmental. We're very transparent, and we try our best to help these youths because we know that this helps the families and the communities that they come from. We try to, right now, we're trying to get internships. We're offering internships to individuals in social work and psychology through the schools. We're looking for also online businesses to assign us referrals for future journalists as well as poets to share their works. We're looking for software programmers because we just started online, and we're willing to add software that is engaging for teenagers and that could impact, and help them, impact their lives in a positive way. We have been in business for online for about, I'll say, 6 months. But we have been in business on a one-to-one basis for about, I'll say, about 4 years. And we have been working individually with them. The other thing I want to talk about is my book. I have a children's book that is coming up called I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous, called Cockadoo and the Nosy Neighbor. And it's about a cockadoo. The cockadoo is a malamute. And what happens is he has a disorder. So instead of howling like most malamutes, he goes cock-a-doodle-doo. That's his disability. He injured his larynx as a pup, and he fell down some stairs when he was in the animal shelter. And as a result, he's unable to howl like most malamutes. And he goes through a lot. He goes through other puppies, discriminating against him and teasing him. And he has very low self-esteem at some points. But there's a point where he discovers himself and the great things about himself, and he falls in love with himself. It's basically a dog book, but it has a message. It has a message that if you learn to believe in yourself, you can do anything. And it's just a wonderful book. I think most children would appreciate it, and most adults would also appreciate the fact that their children I'll say ages 6 through 9 will really appreciate it. That is the audience that I'm looking for, working with, and can buy my book. It should be available within September. Right now, I'm adding the characters to it. And so, the manuscript is already finished. So it's in the process of being completed. So I'm hoping that you go out and buy it when it's on. I expect it'll be on Amazon. So I'll keep you posted. But it is a really cute book, and it has a lot of messages about being disabled and are you really disabled, or do you see yourself that way? It has illustrator is myself. I'm doing the illustrations. I'm doing the characters. I'm putting the book together and the binding and everything. And so it should be a very interesting book. And like I said, I know that most children would appreciate it, especially those who have a disability. It's a very positive book. And so that's it. That's all I have to say. And I appreciate, you guys, giving me the opportunity to share my youth advocate program as well as my book. I look forward to hearing from some of you. I hope that, you can find me on youthaDvocatesOnline.com. And then my email is www.youthaDvocates@gmail.com. My experience working with disabled people, I have won awards for doing plays with them, for writing plays with them. I've had the opportunity to, as far as intervention, my interventions were actually working with this disabled clientele. And it helped me to realize what I wanted to do with my life when I was very young, working and helping people with disabilities. So now I work with people with mental disabilities, and I do pretty good. And, I get along with kids. I understand them. I understand youth. I've worked in the prisons. I worked at Rikers. I worked at BCF Prison, Brooklyn Correctional Facility. I've worked in as an advocate for, court-appointed special advocates. So I have a well-rounded background working with children who have a difficult time for whatever reason, especially in the courts. I've worked in the courts helping foster children. I've done a lot of work with children and young adults that are considered somehow they have a disorder or they have a disability. And I try to give them hope. I try to give them hope because hope is a strength and it keeps you motivated, you know? So that basically is, where, what I do. I'm not a person that, really speaks about my business. I'm a little, uncomfortable, but it is a wonderful business and I work from the heart. I really care. I really care about the people I work with, whether they're little people or big people. On the side, I work with difficult learners. On the side, I have a business called Pammy's Corner. And Pammy's Corner works with children who have difficulties learning. And so I use my puppets. I use all kinds of things to get them motivated and to keep them attracted to what I'm trying to do and motivated, because most of my work is online. I do a lot of work online. I'll stand on my head if it gets them to do what they need to do for themselves. I really try to do my best to go out of my way to make sure that my clients have the best teachings and are motivated to do the best they can. I do consulting and tutoring on the side as well. So I'm a kind of person that is very creative. I'm a visual artist. I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing not just the literacy in my book, I'm also doing the characters. I'm drawing them myself. And I'm pretty much, I got the main characters are drawn already, but I do have some background stuff to do. So please look for my book around September. It should be out. And I believe everything that you do should have a message. It should contribute to the earth, to the world. Otherwise, what is your purpose if it's not contributing? And for Black people, it's very important that we contribute and help each other. A lot of times, we have this issue here with I and me first, and you're really not going but so far because you're not working as a collaborate. And if you don't work as a collaborate, you don't have the unity. And if you don't have the unity, you don't have the strength. So my thing is, and this is why, we did so well in the 60s, and we did so well overcoming some slavery because of the fact that we unified. That was the commonality. And I'm saying that I have so many awesome gifts. You have no idea. I have not even told you. And, Black books matter. Black books matter because they are enriched with our heritage. They are enriched with ideas that maybe some of us haven't thought of that would help ourselves, our children. They need messages. They need messages that will help them through. And if we're just out there for ourselves, then the minute that something happens to our businesses, or someone comes in and takes over or steals our ideas, then we're out of source. But if we have people behind us, then it's not so easy for our things to get stolen. I even have a logo that somebody already tried to steal, but see, I already have it copywritten. Okay. And that happens. People try to steal things all the time, and then they'll deny our history. That's what they're doing right now. And I'm interested in knowing what book spoke to you. What book spoke to me? I'm sorry. What book spoke to me is The Bluest Eye, because The Bluest Eye was a book that talked about what we want to be. We don't want to be ourselves. We don't want to love ourselves. We want to love. We would rather be other than who we are. Okay, so we wanted blue eyes. Now, of course, some of us were so mixed. We're mixed. We have different color eyes, but the fact is that we feel that we're better if we feel that we're better with blue eyes than brown eyes, then we have a problem of loving ourselves. So that means we have self-hate within ourselves. Okay. And that's another thing. When I go back to Cockadoo hated himself. Cockadoo tried so hard every day for hours trying to work on his howl, but it was nothing doing. He couldn't get to howl like the rest of the Malamutes. And he went through so much. He was beat up. He had people mistreating him. I mean, he just went through a lot, and he felt very bad about himself. And it kind of is similar to the bluest eye in that way, that it was a self-hate. And then, only thing about Cockadoo is, which is different from the girl in the story, is that he did learn to love himself. And he did learn that his disability wasn't a disability, but a gift, because he was able to save someone's life because of that gift. And that made him feel good. And that made the person that he saved feel good. And he was proud. And he said, you know what? He had the opportunity to get an operation. And he didn't want an operation. He wanted to leave his larynx just like it is, because if it wasn't for that difference, he would have not been able to save that person. So we must learn to love ourselves for who we are. I know I love myself. I think I'm wonderful, and I know I am. But I share my wonderfulness because I know I'm awesome. And so are you. I'm no better than anyone else. But I'm willing to say, yes, I am awesome. And, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I'm not perfect, but what the gifts that I have, I can do those things. And so I just want Black people to understand that it's way beyond time that we work together. You cannot assimilate. You may feel that you're in a good crowd and everybody's loving you and it's a diverse crowd, but it's not. It's not, because you and I both know that as soon as something goes wrong, and you're the one to blame. I know little kids that live in predominantly white areas that are African American that are already having problems, smart as can be. But if anything goes wrong, it's somehow their fault, even though they were just a face in the crowd of white kids. But it's their fault. So my thing is, it's very important not just to love yourself, but to make sure that you have that power, that unity behind you, because we're powerful. I want to thank the Black Business Network for this platform. I think it's awesome. And I also want to say that the Black Business Expo's mission is to fund high school seniors going to college or kindergarten through 12th entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to find out more, www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App that's right here in this, the $BBX USA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. And every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to also thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for this February 2024 experience. And those special businesses are NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus, Richie, accent, coaching and training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, I'm sorry, I can't see, Maggie McLean Foundation Incorporated, 5 Star BDM, Media, Hello LLC, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Mullane Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coach Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and Black Business Expo USA. We appreciate you so much. We want to thank you so much. And remember that genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hello, I am Dr. Eric Kelly III, the visionary strategist and founder of the Black Business Olympics. I invite you to showcase your Black-owned businesses on the Black Business Network global stage. The Black Business Olympics is a global Black Business Network platform that propels Black-owned businesses into the international spotlight. By showcasing your business on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can reach a worldwide audience of potential customers, partners, and investors. You can also establish yourself as a thought leader and expert in your field, attract lucrative partnerships, and more speaking engagements. In addition, the Black Business Olympics platform provides a valuable opportunity to connect and collaborate with like-minded entrepreneurs and business professionals from around the world. This can lead to new business opportunities, ideas, and relationships. Finally, by sharing your story and expertise on the Black Business Olympics platform, you can inspire and empower others. This is a powerful way to make a positive impact on the world and leave a lasting legacy. If you are a Black-owned business owner, I encourage you to seize the opportunity to showcase your business on the Black Business Olympics platform. It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make an indelible mark on the world. Be one of the 1,000 visionary entrepreneurs who are changing students' lives, shaping industries, and leaving an unforgettable legacy for their families. Unleash your voice on our global stage and watch your business thrive. Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Yes, the entire world. Just give me a call today at 919-308-9090.
Artistry is a creative expression of something from nothing. You know, it explodes onto the canvas, or it explodes on in my work. One of the things that I try to do more than anything is I try to just give the lines and the movements and emotions and expressions into what I do. Art really means to me a chance to express how I feel deep down inside. Most of my art begins as a thought that I might have, you know, whether it's sports, whether it's history, whether it's a woman or a man. It pretty much starts as an idea of thought before I get into the actual image of what I'm going to draw. I do a lot of historical pieces. I was a history minor in college, and I love to do history pieces. And a lot of times I'm thinking about history, and then I try to make that history impact you as you look at it. That's one of the reasons I do pictures so large. You know, people ask me, why do I do the pictures so big? And I tell them, I want the piece to impact them as they're looking at it, to kind of dominate them, dominate their space. And most of my pieces I try to do off page. I don't try to do anything that's going to be in those four corners or in a square. And I want your imagination to be a part of the piece that you're looking at. The way I feel when I'm drawing, when I'm creating something, is I feel free. I feel like there's an anticipation of something that's going to come. I try not to draw first. I try to draw second. And what I mean by that is I try to allow myself to kind of get into the piece and just relax. Sometimes I miss time. I'll draw 2, 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours. And while I'm drawing, it's just a free. I just feel free. I mean, I feel like time stands still. That's what it's all about in terms of the lines and the colors in my work, is to get an expression, to go deeper and past just what you see on the surface, but to go in and try to find an expression that everybody gets a different taste of what that expression is, whether it's anger or whether it's being happy or whether it's being, kind of calm or nonchalant. That expression that people take away from the piece is the most important part of what I do as an artist. Bold is the size of my pieces, where I try to do the piece larger than life, to kind of push forward toward you. That's what the boldness is all about. It's not so much about the lines, it's about the size. The Face of Change art show is inspired by my mother, but more importantly, it's a historical moment in time as the pieces depict different emotions and expressions of Barack Obama. The 44th president is indicative of the 44 pieces of art that I have done in this particular collection. When you begin to think about expressions and portraits, this is a portrait gallery of expressions of what transpired as Barack Obama ran for office. Some of the pictures are abstract and some are expressionistic. And I combine both of those forms of art to create this collection of art pieces. Overcomer, brilliant, ambitious, motivated, awesome, Obama. I am from Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Durham, North Carolina. I came to Durham when I was about 5 or 6, and then I traveled back and forth to D.C. because it's where my people are from. One of the unique things about my family is my mother, she's also an artist. She does quilting, and she does a lot of artistic things, and then My son, he draws with both hands, his right hand and his left hand like I do. So that's kind of a family trait. And then my other son, he's a videographer, and my daughter, she works, she's a regional vice president for Sunglasses. When you start out drawing and sketching, you want to continue to explore, you know, each avenue. I do pastels, I do pen and ink, I do painting, I do acrylics. I haven't done oils yet, but I try to do all facets of art. What I say to a lot of times to people is, you know, you can't put yourself in a box when you're an artist. You have to explore. And over the course of my life, I've tried to explore different mediums. I also do sculpture as well. I choose my subjects by the intensity that they have in their faces, or the intensity that somebody is moving, because I do more than portrait drawings. I also do I do abstract, and then I do figurative drawing also. Well, what happened in this particular show is that I started out trying to come up with something that would be a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. So I was working on a Barack Obama show, and they wanted me to do some paintings of Barack. And so what I did was, because of the deadlines, I kind of did it kind of fast. And then I realized when I was doing it fast, I enjoyed it. And so then I started doing other pieces the same way, and I started to enjoy those pieces also. And so I came up with this particular style. And it's a style of lines and colors. And what's interesting is that when I was in college, I did a show called Lines, Colors, and I talked about the boldness of the blacks, the hotness of the whites, and this is how this has come about, you know, later on in my life. And the colors comes from a lot of the entertainers that I work with, where they wear different colors. They don't wear, you know, your plain reds or your whites. They wear different colors, and so that's also another piece of what's giving me the colors. The subtitle of this show is Faces That Speak Life. That's real critical. Faces that speak life. Each one of these pieces is a life source and a life energy that's being put on display for people that are looking at it. You know, I always say in terms of my art, it's not important that I draw them. It's important what you get out of what I draw. You know, I don't try to just draw it because you like it. People wanted me to do prints. I didn't do prints. You know, people asked me to do different people, but the people that I choose are people that make a difference in the lives of people in the world. So the human landscape idea was, again, as I say, the lines represent your emotions, it represents your ideas, and it represents your journey as a human being. And that's why you get the different pieces and the different looks. And as you notice, I try not to do one look that looks alike another look. And that's what's the most important part of this show.
Absolutely. So our coaching program help people that have the lack of time, that lack strategies, and lack the confidence to go after their dream life. So we help them implement tools. We help them implement, I love to leave the inherited lack of finances or the education behind finances. But it wasn't until I lost my firstborn, my only son, that life changed for me. And where I was going after it all, living the corporate life, hit my 6-figure income, and living in my dream house with my dream man, driving my dream car. Wow. I nearly lost it all. Wow. When I lost my son. And so I realized it only takes one financial catastrophe that can change your entire life. That's what made me start All New Beginnings. Because no matter what's going on in life, there's a new beginning. And because of that, we develop a program called Wise Minded. My little slogan is, don't just dream it, let's live it. If they want to connect with you or work with you, what is the best ways for them to be able to do that? Well, for my social media guru, you can connect with me on every single social media platform as Tanya T. Morris.
Sometimes you can hear the news from the Black perspective, and more specifically, Black publishers. And that's exactly why you have to download the HeyTie app, the largest mobile app delivering breaking news, videos, and podcasts from 200 of your favorite Black publishers. Yes, 200 Black publishers delivering news as it happens. Literally all in one app. Go to HAYTI.com or download the app in the Google Play Store or Apple App Store. It's completely free along with information that you can trust, so go check them out.
Social media is evolving. It's more vibrant, more colorful, more energetic, and so are you. It's not just photos anymore. It's video, it's audio, it's subscriptions. And now there's Fanbase, a new monetized social network. Fanbase delivers the complete native app experience with full content monetization for every user. No algorithms that shadow ban your engagement or growth, and no ads. Follow anyone for free and subscribe directly to your favorite creators for $4.99 a month. Plus, show some love by tipping on any post. Also, make a Fanbase page and monetize your content the same way. Finally, connect with your followers by posting the amazing content you already create. And now, get paid for it. It's time to energize and monetize. Because everyone's a fan of something, and everyone has a fan base.
Prepare for what's coming and dominate in economic winter. Stand strong and thrive by showcasing your great products and services globally through the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics. The Black Business Network has showcased over 2,000 companies with over $7 billion in sales each year. Over 10 million attendees have viewed the rebroadcast each month. Through the Black Business Olympics, unique styles of business training and mentoring are turning students into business owners and entrepreneurial warriors who will dominate in any economy. Gain the ultimate advantage of the Black Business Olympics, 7 days of unbelievable topics and speakers speaking around the globe. Donate your time and experience to provide expertise and scholarships to students worldwide and change the world. Now, more than ever, new insights, tools, strategies, and capabilities are needed. This is your chance for a major presentation to the world. Fill out the form and join the more than 2,000 speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the Metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pod TV, IBM TV, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Sign up today. Spaces are limited, and we will see you